Jerry.
Oh yeah, let's start with 1,000. Let's start with 1,000. I like gist.
We like gist too.
1,000. Oh yeah, let's go
Gist
there.
keeps
Let's
the
go there.
world going round.
Natasha Akpoti said, that's a sen-" you see, when we're big, we're big. Now, Senator, they watch me so. Senator Natasha, love you, sis. How you doing? That's the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Àbí kí n dúró sórí Facebook nìkan. Should I stay only on Facebook?
See views. So,
Ẹ jẹ́ ká analyze. My food is
if
here.
you're watching on TikTok, pop my money
Is
gun.
that my
I'm here to
food?
sell my market too. Pop that money gun. I'm not going to read any comments on TikTok without 2 money guns.
When you
You
get
want to
going,
comment?
get
If you want the comment, I'm not going to block anybody
Show
because I'm
me.
here to make money today. I don't want to block my customers. Cost any cost.
I'm going to test it.
Okay.
You buy it for.
You bought it for? Tituola Abed, Jerry. Good evening, everyone. If you are joining me on YouTube, good evening. Let's listen to Daddy Freeze. For those who don't know what is going on, Punch newspaper said, reported that Daddy Freeze has been slammed 5 million naira for the case of his adultery case or something going on in the courts. Appeal courts upheld his conviction that he has to pay the ex-husband to his new wife taste buds. Oshé, thank you. Ṣé mo rí drink? Kò sí apple juice. Kò sí mọ́? Please, pẹ̀lẹ́ sí mi, bá mi bù. So, don't be upset o. So, mo máa share, mama gbọ́ lọ, mama fi yẹn jẹun mi lọ. So, let's listen to it. So, the ex-husband to his present wife, taste buds, 12 years ago, left the woman, according to him. So I'm just trying to familiarize you with the story. So when he start talking, many of you are familiar with the story anyway. So they went to court and Punch newspaper reported, let me read what Punch said that got him upset, and he came out to talk about it. So according to Punch, the State Court of Appeal in Port Harcourt, Rivers State Capital, has upheld the fine imposed on popular Nigeria on-air personality Ifedayo Olarinde, also known as Daddy Freeze, for committing adultery. A High Court sitting in Port Harcourt had on February 18, 2021, ordered Daddy Freeze to pay 5 million for committing adultery with one Benedicta Elechi. That is the wife. He was ordered to pay the money to Paul Odekina, who was married to Elechi at the time the act took place. The sum of 5 million is awarded against Ifedayo, the second cross responded to the cross petition as damages for depriving the cross petitioner of the amiable consort of his wife, petitioner and first cross respondents, and for injuries suffered as a result of the adultery with the petitioner and cross respondents. You know why I'm doing this? You know, I hardly carry. How are you guys? Money that Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? My hand pressed the microphone. Apologies for that. Can you hear me now? Please, if you can hear me, let me see your on Facebook. Okay, good. On YouTube, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Cost any cost where you want like. It's your business.
Power on. Bluetooth mode. Connected.
Look at this Olori big crown. He say, "What WTF are you doing now, man?" Olori Buruku ni fada eh. Me ni block. Mo come lali fada eh.
Daddy
Your
freeze.
partner Olori Bu. So let me go straight to the point before I start shaking for people. I will first address the issues. First point, I've never slept with anybody's wife before. Point number 1. Point number 2, I am not guilty of any adultery. Anyhow, me una like, me una talk am.
Okay.
So all those say you do, I mean, you know, you see the problem. You see, sometimes I don't feel sorry for the Nigerian masses. Una stupid go.
Ha.
That's why you deserve the kind of pastors you have. That's why you deserve the kind of leaders you have.
Now, question they ask now. You do am, abi you no do am. You don't have sense. Abi you no carry.
Sometimes I dey pity una, but it is hard to pity una sometimes because una no dey think, una no dey think, una no dey think. I can see comments. Imagine somebody come and say, "You do, abi you no do." Life is not black and white. It's not yes or no. And if you want it to be yes or no, I will answer you clearly today and tell you no, I did not do anything. So are you happy I've answered you? Now those ones that are looking for black and white answer, don't give you a black and white answer. Can you go? So make I address the people that have sense. First of all, before I go any further, before I start addressing Punch, I will read the letter that Arise Media sent to me. Make you look Punch, make you look Arise, make you tell me who be journalists inside the two of them. Okay. Make you now listen. Oh. This is the letter from Arise newspaper. Subject. In fact, I will read it. I forwarded it from my other WhatsApp to this WhatsApp. So I will put the letter from Arise News.
No vex, so make I put something from out.
I will show it to you. This is what it came by. I forwarded it. If I lie, they go sue me now, Abi. Subject. Request for clarification and statement on recent Court of Appeal ruling. Make una dey see Arise. Good day, Mr. Olarinde. My name is Harry Maname, producer with Arise News. We are currently working on a segment regarding the recent ruling of the Court of Appeal in Port Harcourt, which upheld fine imposed on you. According to the report, the High Court in Port Harcourt had ordered you to pay 5 million in damages to Mr. I know they see his name. I know they see people will not get sense.
He doesn't want to mention the guy's name.
I don't see what they there. I can't see it. With whatever. Subsequently, this also noted that you appealed the High Court decision, citing procedural.
Now, if you listen to what I read about Punch, to me, it's not different from what Arise wrote. But maybe because Arise Pay newspaper, Punch did not get across to him before publishing it outside, was what upset him, you know. Because to me, it's still the same. You have to pay damages and that, yada. So what are we saying?
Issues related to the summons. As a responsible news organization, this is the part that I have a problem with Punch newspaper. As a responsible news organization, can you read Arise letter to me? As a responsible news organization, Arise News is committed to delivering balanced and accurate reporting. In this regard, we would like to hear your side of the story and understand your perspective on the court's decision and events that transpired. Can you see the difference?
Daddy Freeze, Punch is not interested in talking to you. They are only interested in reporting the updates. Arise TV is interested in hearing what you want to say. It is not as if Punch reported a false news. Punch reported a right news, but they did not get across to you before they reported. Neither did they want to hear your side of the story. Your side of the story does not relegate or nullify what the court said. What court said is still there. Abi, what court said? Am I saying Abi nǹkan tí mo mi sọ yẹn, right? Nǹkan tí court sọ is still there, right? Punch posted it without getting across to you. Kí ló lóhùn jẹ́? Arise did not publish it. It doesn't mean that the court did not say it. They wanted to hear from you, probably because of who you are. How many people are these newspaper people getting across to before publishing anything? 2 days ago, I did a video. I had to delete that video because somebody close to Morayo TVC called me and they said I should please pull that video down. They said I should please. That Morayo is not like that. I said Morayo, a publication they did on TVC concerning Lizzie Anjorin. I said, did they do their findings? You understand? I said, did they do their findings before publishing this thing? A lot of people came to me. I said, did they go and do follow-up after publishing reporting the first incident where he was accused falsely of stealing something in Idumota? I said, after that one, did they go back to carry update on that story that she didn't steal, something was going on somehow, and the people when they were arrested, did they say anything? Now, you see, when I will tell us that when something happened, let us not put our eyes as if it doesn't concern us and we don't bother. Now, they have done exactly what I said is what is happening to him now. They carry the news without calling him. But of course, it is a legit news. It is not as if it is a false news. It is a legit news. So don't let him get it twisted. It is a legit news that they fine you where you went to appeal to pay somebody 5 million and you appeal and they threw that appeal around and say, no, you have to pay that money. And Punch, because probably they've been following the news or wherever how they got the news, maybe they have confirmed from the court that is a legit news and they posted it. Now, if you want to talk about it, you can reach out to them and say, this thing is not like this, but you went for new Punch, you are ready to cut off their head. You read Arise newspaper, it's still the same. The only thing is that Arise newspaper got your attention. They gave you that respect as a broadcaster too. And the same way, this Kayode issue, that you freeze, what is good for the geese is good for the gander. Kayode issue, I've been calling you. I did 2 videos lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Kayode when I heard about that news. I said that you freeze, this Tobi Adegboyega, we have been seeing this guy around you. Aren't you going to say something? By the time you will say something, you invited the wife. What the wife was even saying does not tally with what was going on between them. Ó kó ẹrù ẹlẹ́rù ó pè lọ, kò kó ẹrù ọmọ yẹn fún, even up till now. Up till now. The boy was showing his compound which day that I was watching one of his latest video. There is no car again in that boy's compound. Oh, so nǹkan sí yẹn. You were supposed to reach out to Kayode instead. You reach out to the wife. Why did I delete the post on TVC? Some people said she's not the one that was talking on that. I can still get it back. The video is still, I think it should be in my trash can. I can still get it back on the page. Some people said she was not in the one in the video. I was saying our crew, that as the leader of managing director or whatever, she hold a very high post in TVC. She's supposed to come out and do some correction. Nigerians, I don't want stress. So I took it off. I took it down because there is a particular woman that called me and said, hey, Joe, Morayo kọ́ ló ṣe story yẹn gangan. It doesn't this and that. And, the video is still there if I want to bring it back anyway. So, now, by the time you were going to intervene, you called the wife. Up till now, reach out, see Kayode. Or you reach out, Kayode refused to answer you. Now you can feel it that they didn't reach out to you, and now you are very upset because they didn't reach out to you. They just went ahead and published.
You see the difference between a responsible media organization and Punch.
Daddy Freeze, when Kayode and Toby issue broke out, even before then, there was another issue where Kayode's brother scammed Kayode, sorry, Toby Adegboyega's brother and Toby Adegboyega were accused of swindling a woman of 250 pounds, £1,000. Oh, ma sọ̀rọ̀ síkẹ́. Oh, ma lórí nǹkan kan. Because Toby Adegboyega is very close to you. Punch is not close to you. So they have done exactly what to do to people. Ó yá sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ń bínú lọ́wọ́.
Arise wrote me a letter. Now, if I did not respond to this letter and they carry the story, they have a right. Punch, please come and show me your letter that you wrote. Oh, you have my number. Oh, make me forget all the back and forth. Let's be professional. Tell me that the person that carried the story in Punch, they not pay him. So if somebody can pay Punch to carry this story, this is what any media house, whether it is Cool FM, whether it is now, a lot of people come to my platform and share their own stories, I will always announce, I want to hear the side of the others. When I know they hear me, they talk.
We dey hear you, but
even the last interview I did,
you know, do am so.
Even the last interview I did, I said I want to hear the other party's side. Anybody that is my follower knows that
your interview with Dora will not make Kayode to come forward. If you wanted to be fair, it was Kayode you should have invited first. Why? Because Dora is close to you. Kayode even said in his video that you and Dora, you, your wife, Dora, and Toby, and one other person, that you guys went for dinner while he was not around. Kayode has lost trust in you. When the news broke out, you ignored for a long time. Pashiani.
Always want to hear the side of the other story. Now, let's mess around. Let's mess around because I'm in a good mood today. As in, this thing sweet me.
Yeah, it sweet me too.
Everything
later it can't sweet me.
Where I don't believe about Punch. This story, now Punch, they always first carry on. And they always carry on first one-sided. First of all, this thing happened 12 years ago. Hello? 12 years ago.
That man should move on, Jere.
12. Can somebody say 12 years? Let me tell you, the reason why you are attacking me is because I drag your pastors for being liars and crooks.
Yeah, no, man.
And you will not get validation by running me down. The only validation you will get is your pastors come and do debate. So run me down you want. Baba, nothing concern me. This case happened 12 years. Person wife leave him. Instead of make you search yourself why your wife leave you. You can't go court behind my back. Go run judgment.
Sorry, I need to turn off my phone. Somebody is trying to call so that they won't be disturbing the show.
Go run judgment. Your wife don't file divorce from you. Waiting make your wife file divorce from you. Make we ask this guy question.
That's a good point.
Someone said, is it true? It's not true. How can it be true? Use your brain. Use your brain. If your mama no get brain, simply ada. Now you be firstborn of your mama. How you go be firstborn of Olori Buruku? You can't be Olori Buruku square. How can it be true? Something happened 12 years ago. Let me tell you, instead of make the guy agree, say, in F up, he can't dey look for who he go transfer all the problem to. He can't go run court case behind my back. Can't collect kangaroo judgment.
You can go back to
one
the
day I
court
just did
now.
my house, they mind my business. Now they say they don't fire me 5 million. Say, make I pay them 5 million. What's going on? What's going on? But now so I checked the matter. Papa I was never served. They shot kangaroo do the whole thing. They had mago the whole thing. No problem. Now my lawyers respond, went to court of appeal. The court of, you see, this is where I now have another problem with Punch. It is obvious they did not go to the court of appeal to do their investigation. Now person give them the story, and the person give her from their side. Because if they had gone, someone say, oh guy, go pay, Abi no go pay shit.
But it is similar to what you read in Arise newspaper, what you read that it sent to you. So that means there was a court order, right?
I no go pay. Now only person wey guilty they pay. 1 kobo. If they are hungry, the 5.
Only in Nigeria, you will not pay court order. The only thing, probably you appeal it again. But because that's from appeal court, then you go to Supreme Court.
Done is beans, nigga. 30 mil. 70 mil. 100 mil.
He's showing
5 mil
his
is beans.
wristwatch.
If they want 5 mils to feed, I will send them 5 mil.
So that the freeze, because of this show, you don't want 2 wristwatches on your hand. One here, one here. Mo fẹ́ rẹ́ ni yóò gbà tí mo wo show yìí. He wants 2 wristwatches, one here, one here. He said one is 30 million, one is 7 million. Àbí èlò ló pín.
Night, if that's their hunger. But say I will give anybody 1 naira on top waiting I no do. I already go any cost to prove am. How much do you think they pay in court of appeal? You think?
How do you want to prove you didn't sleep with a woman? Do they do lying test in Nigeria? Because I think that's the only way they can get the truth. They want to check your body. Since how many years ago? I beg, they enjoy your woman, go.
5 million, they pay lawyer to hire to stuff. Go and do your investigation. How much does it cost to have a case in the court of appeal? Then go and do your investigation. How much does it cost to have one of the best law firms in Nigeria represent you in Supreme Court? Then people will know that the matter is not about 5 million. The battle is about name. The battle is not about 5 million. The battle is about name. So all of you say you go pay, Abi you no go pay. Ta. We know they pay shishi. Welcome home, baby. Punch. Now Punch and me and Punch get problem now. No be me and Punch go carry the story. But you know the story of 1 month.
Was calling me this afternoon. I was at an event.
Call her back. Call her back.
What's happening?
Punch newspaper.
Yeah.
Carry the story. Say my
Daddy
5
freeze.
million naira.
So person wey get matter, you no tell am before you come on here. Punch carry you call go court. You no call your wife. Say see wetin I see o. You did not even seek her approval if she wants you to go online concerning the case. You just came online. You didn't call her. This is what is going on, no? This is what the court is saying. I want to go online for this. Anyway, me I no put for mouth for husband and wife matter.
Fine was upheld.
What does it mean that we're in Supreme Court?
Thank you. We are in Supreme Court.
This is where I like.
Oh, no, people. 1 month ago, now I don't carry this here. People go Supreme Court.
We're in Supreme Court. So what?
1 month ago, now we don't do Supreme Court. Now, you see, sorry, I know one in time. I won't tell you the story as the story they go.
We they listen.
So they can't go obtain the they go the judgment for my back. Quickly, my legal team swung into action. As in, I dey fear my lawyers are. Went straight to Court of Appeal. What was our grounds? We're never served. Or as in, just so you even understand the judgment. Everything taste buds asked for, she got nothing.
No,
I've never
that's
seen
the
that kind of
wife.
judgment. I don't do
He's
divorce
talking
case
to
before.
his wife,
Me and
not
my ex,
daughter.
we got
Wife.
divorced. Everything taste buds asked for, she got nothing. Everything the ex asked for, he got everything. Now judgment with that. That's what the judge case.
Irú judgment wo nìyẹn for real? She doesn't have children for the man. I don't know much about the case until of recent. Shey the lady doesn't have children for the man, for the ex-husband.
When nothing concern me.
My life she couldn't touch. She kept
Now, taste buds get land
in my name.
in her name.
So she couldn't touch it. She now kept me.
The judge not talk about him. Meanwhile, the ex they drag the land. Baba, I don't see judgment before for my life. This Port Harcourt judgment, I caught cap. Somebody say, but waiting concern person wife. Person wife leave him. He no know who to hold. He can't hold my leg.
Daddy freezy. Person husband leave am. You no know who to hold. He can't hold your leg. I mean, that time he hold your leg, that means you've been in the picture when the husband leave am for her to come and hold your leg. I don't know if I'm making sense. At what point did you become involved with a woman when she can't hold your leg? Ẹjọ́ òkìdẹ́jọ́ ẹni ká má mọ̀ dá o. In as much as I love that the woman has found happiness with you, and I love that both of you together, at what point did you become involved in with the woman that when she has issue with her husband, now your leg, she can't hold? Today I talk about woman holding a man's leg, Ruth and Boaz. When Ruth went to hold Boaz's leg, the Bible says she went between his leg. Now leg yourself don't they talk again. They say when she went between the legs, something happened. At what point did she hold your leg? If that guy should get hold of this video and get hold of this part, that she was having issues with the man and he can't hold your leg, why be saying that your leg they available for her to hold?
This matter, I don't talk say I don't go block anybody. This thing, you go watch
He came to your judgment in Lagos and the judge made
Baba, this guy, just to show you say person not get work. He come my case for Lagos, so can't give testimony. They still no answer them. If he had come to Lagos, I think at least he met my lawyers in Lagos. Why did he not serve them? I went to the court with my ex. I asked for certain things. I got some. I did not get some. My ex asked for certain things. She got some. She did not get. I will say this all the time. Justice who sat on my divorce case in Lagos is a fantastic justice. I've never seen a more prim and proper woman. I've never seen a more fair woman in my life. I got some, as in she was firm, she was honest, she was respectful, I don't know what her first name is, but I pray I meet that woman again in my life. That woman is one of the best human beings. I don't know her from anywhere, never met her. She's very firm. You do anyhow in her court, she will drive you out. But you see, when it comes to that justice, I've never seen a more firm judge. No, there are two separate divorce cases. You see, this matter, that when Grandma say, is it a yes or no? The matter no be yes or no matter. It is a difficult, it's 12 years ago.
That's not enough for the guy to move on.
That's why I say it is a no. Let's start with no. I know do am. But how to reach the no, now I want to teach you now how we take get inside this mess. Person wife leave am.
Okay.
She says she no do again.
He's just trying to fight so that divorced women cannot remarry.
He said it depends on, you know what make divorce. You see, let me tell you, all you women.
Why we say make she know the marry?
I swear to God, I pray say it happen to you. All of you women that laugh, and my prayer I know they miss you. All of you where the last women, it go happen to you. Then when I go get brave.
They are pushing the narrative that if a woman divorced, she can never remarry. That is the narrative they're trying to push, and it's not.
Somebody say explain with evidence. Go to the Supreme Court now. Una dance like this. I'm not show you, babe. Punch jumped and carried the story. You know what Arise News said? Let me read you the letter that Arise. No, Arise did not carry it because they wanted to hear from me first. They wrote that listen to it. They said, as a responsible news organization, Arise News is committed to delivering balanced and accurate reporting. In this regard, we'd also like to hear your side of the story and understand your perspective on the court's decision and the events that transpired. There were events that transpired. There was something that happened. Arise wants to hear it. Somebody don't send me £10. God will bless you.
Daddy Freeze.
Maybe I should even go to Arise TV and tell them my side of the story. I will think about it because Arise gets sense. Any story you read about me for Punch, no answer them. Leave Punch.
It's not different from what Arise TV. They call you, they didn't put it out. So is it because Punch put it out that is paying you? Is it true or is not true? We are not talking about whether it's true you knocked the woman after she left her husband now. Is it true that they don't slam you 5 million? You say make we no answer them. But Arise TV say the same thing now. Daddy Freeze.
Vex with them because I said this in my earlier video when I addressed them. I said, you see, I don't respect Punch since I small. But over the last few years, my experience, Simply Vicky said, bro, you sent me the ruling, remember? Simply, you see, let me tell you something.
So much pain. Jeez,
12 years ago, my darling, the guys still they cry up and down. They run, they pay media.
I like this part. Then Taurus the man. So the man you waka go make it no come by himself. She mean that you say you know one woman again. Abi, woman can't find another man. You can't run 12 years. 12 years is enough for the man to go now. What is wrong with the man too? He never marry another woman. Abi never knock another woman. 12 years. Then take and chop kuli and biscuits on this show.
Hey, let me ask. Hold on. I want to ask Punch a question today. Were you a responsible media?
I'm just coming out of an event. I didn't know.
Go and read. Go and just even check my blood. I don't even answer them. Look at Arise. Look at even Stella Dimoko. Stella Dimoko called Tazebot say, what's going on?
She's been calling me all day. I didn't know.
Stella Dimoko is responsible. Wow. Can Punch? I beg you. I don't want fight tonight. I like Punch. But the person will write this story. I swear to God, if you not give out to me, go tell me and you.
Daddy Freeze. When Kayode news broke out, did you call Tobi Adegboyega to find out what was going on? And if you did you come to the public to tell the public what was going on? You pretended as if you didn't see anything going on for a while. I remember I did a video on that and I said, Daddy Freeze, this is your friend. What is going on? You cannot tell us you don't know that this guy is having issues at UK. So many scandal about him. And this is the somebody you are gumming body up together. Everywhere together. So what has Punch do? Now then do the same thing to you. You feel I'm as a day for body. What do you want to do the person?
Because as a responsible media house, even if you called me and I say I'm not commenting, can you go and invest? Una not get petrol for motor. Make una drive, go Supreme Court.
Oh, okay.
Go ask them for Supreme Court. Say, what really is the matter with this case? What is really the matter with this case? Somebody say, explain the knocking part. There is no knocking part except say your papa knock your mama born olori buru where you be. I don't explain that now. Can I move on? Somebody say, Punch, they be, in my opinion, with this story, they have been behaving irresponsibly. And I say it to them. Irresponsibly. Now, let me tell you what. Oh, I for no want to even make things because I've lost my train of thought and I want to address everything. Just give me 1 minute, make my head correct first. I don't want to leave any stone unturned. Because you see all this shout, Punch. Punch get 1.2 million followers, I get 1 million followers. Punch no be pass me like that too. Punch no be all those media houses we get 10 million followers. Where they go, they talk, I go, they shake. You drag me, I drag you back, new. And if I can prove that you've been biased against me, I will never take you seriously, ever in my life. And you have lost one person that used to keep you in high regard.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? As a seasoned broadcaster, you should be
Just
more composed to
wait.
explain what
Make I
happened
just
now.
coordinate myself.
So you have not coordinated yourself. This is how many minutes? Almost 20 minutes.
Oh, I don't need. Somebody said that the freeze, you know, go on ring light. Now the ring light, I don't on now. 1,600 people they watch me on Instagram, 300 people on YouTube, 190 on Facebook, 135 on TikTok. Pop my money gun, no TikTok people. If you are watching on Facebook, go to TikTok.
Pop the money
Go
gun.
to TikTok. Go and pop my money gun. The market I can't hear concept.
Daddy freeze.
Somebody say I never answer.
Oh,
If you ask me stupid question, I don't go answer you. So let me continue.
Continue.
So this guy wife leave him. She says she not marry again because the guy they not be me go talk him, but go watch the interview, go look for him, go look for the story.
Yeah, okay,
Instead of make the guy arrange with his ex, in con they look for who to robe into the matter. Say now waiting causing problem with this. We no go talking only problem. Baba, tell us why your wife left you 12 years ago and why you are still crying up and down like
and
a baby with a collective feeding bottle.
That's a good question. Man, you know, come and mess him up. He said he's crying like somebody waiting collecting feeding bottle. Now lie. 12 years. Maybe the woman no good. That's why you leave him.
So after they don't carry me go do backyard ruling for my back, they run the case. Of course, I tell you, imagine case, simply Victory here. I have people, you see, one thing with me is there's nothing going on in my life that my circle is not aware of. Nothing. If you are not aware of it, then you know that you are not in my circle. Simply Vic is here. He knows that everybody, most Free Nation people know this story. 12 years ago, now be this matter. We did that 12 years.
That's true.
Anyway,
that's too long.
So the guy went to court, and I don't know what he did in that court. It's a Port Harcourt court. I don't know what they did there, but the next thing I know that I'm guilty. Guilty of waiting. Now, they quickly run, go social media. Oh, Daddy Freeze, he has been ordered to pay 5 million, blah, 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 blah. Baba, 5 million is not my problem. But 1 naira, you know, go see. Listen, let me say it again. 30 mil, 70 mil, 100 mil. 5 million is nothing. It's not my problem. We spend 10 times that in appeal court, and we spend more than that in Supreme Court. Why am I spending the money? So that I will clear my name, because I'm not an adulterer. And if person wife leave am, make you come tell you na truth why wife leave am. Na so I handsome, na so I fine, na so I get money. Where I go collect person wife? Make una look me. That means say, oh, you married men here, you are not safe, because I feel collect all of them myself.
Yeah,
let alone your wife. I will collect. Oh, because people like say I'm too fine. So Lenny, are you a lazy man? Where you go come they cry up and down for 12 years, say they collect your wife? Are you lazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. 12 years. This is not 2 years. It was not last month. 12 years. It reached me person use and sing song.
Woman. Yeah.
So we went to Court of Appeal. Boom, boom, we moved. And our plea was that we were never served in the first place. So how do we defend ourselves in a case that we're never served? Explain it to me.
So they got the judgment behind
We're never served. So what they saw ruling that they upheld, make una listen to the story, so that if una get lawyer, make lawyer interpret them to you. The Court of Appeal now said that instead of me coming to the Court of Appeal, make una dey hear drama. Instead of me coming to the Court of Appeal, I should have gone to the lower court and filed an affidavit. Let me read it to you. I have everything here. Just hold on. Because these are technical issues. So, I should have deposed an affidavit of non-service at the lower court. My question is, imagine they say you do something. You don't know, say they say you do something. They can't talk, say that thing where you don't know, say they say make you do, make you appeal the thing where you don't know, say you do. Huh?
That thing is very rampant too. Now, he didn't know he was being served any paper to court. They did everything behind him and gave judgments. Who does that? Who does that? So bí tó dà pé ibi tí wàhálà ti wá nìyẹn, they didn't let him know. And a lot of people do that they will go behind and divorce their partner and pay money. And the partner go no say they don't divorce themselves, either man or woman. Say the person wey dey marry, he don't do the divorce behind him. So they said the mistake he made was to probably he should have gone back to court and said he never saw any letter, that they should prove it that they gave him letter to court. Oh, they didn't do it behind him, but that's what he's claiming now. Ẹ̀gbọ́n now. Ẹ̀gbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ. So anyway, mi ò follow tẹ́lẹ̀ o. But nǹkan tó ń try àti sọ nìyẹn. So they didn't do it behind him. Ah, okay. Okay, I should not believe everything that the freeze is saying. Ah, okay. Somebody on YouTube said I should not believe. Okay.
Well, as in, how is that even logical? As in, make it make sense to me. You say I do something. I don't know, say you talk, say I do something. Then you they tell me, say, make I go tell the people where I know, say they tell me, say I do something. As in, even everybody in court that was like, waiting with this. So of course, we have gone to the Supreme Court, and the sweetness of the Supreme Court is not in Port Harcourt. I love that about the Supreme Court.
Abuja kọ́ nìyẹn.
It is in Abuja.
Abuja.
And I have
Abuja.
Fair chance of getting victory and clearing my name from the lie that they lied against me.
Okay, he pleaded guilty. If you have the link, please send it to me. He pleaded guilty. Mantra was Google no. So he actually pleaded guilty. Somebody said he pleaded guilty, and somebody said he's a liar. Oh, he did.
A law. Somebody said that if what if you go to Supreme Court
and
you lose?
Yeah.
Then I've spent my money in the Court of Appeal. I've spent my money in the Supreme Court, and I will pay them the 5 million, but I know I will not lose because the Supreme Court judges are very, very wonderful people, and they are sensible, and I don't want to talk
instead of going
like
to the Supreme Court and paying more money, why don't you just pay that 5 million? You want only 100 million, so that it can rest, you can continue to enjoy your peace.
It don't they make sense to now. This is not a new matter. It's a 12-year-old matter.
Okay, that was why they charged him to pay the 5 million.
It's a 12-year-old matter.
And it turn on Lara that the free.
I say go pay. Shake buy and no go pay. Instead, I go stay for 1 week for moving peak. 550,000 naira a day. Baba, na so we dey pay am. I go do 10 days with the money. Ball. As we dey ball. Shake buy, they no go see.
And they take 500,000 they ball every day for 10 days.
Shishi don't on it. I ready to spend 300 million on top of this 5 million. I ready for them. To make them know. And all of you, if you truly understand court processes, you know that we are actually winning. We are not losing. Do you understand? As in, I don't know. When I don't get people they explain court things to now.
Explain to
now
us.
Ignorance now one use your live on a whole life. Just say just they hop from one ignorant place to the other.
Is a court, is a lawyer thing. We don't know much about lawyer. We are not a
so someone said, why bring it up again? Because Punch brought it up. Please, Punch, who paid you to carry my story? Who paid you to carry my story? Now, here's the problem. A month ago, we got the ruling from the Supreme Court that I should have gone to the Supreme Court did not argue with me. They did not say I lied. They did not say I was served. They said, yes, I am right. Sorry, the appeal court. They did not lie. They said, yes, I am right. But instead of coming to the appeal court, I should have gone to the lower court. That's the only thing. Now, what does this mean technically? Technically, because the Supreme Court did not, according to listen to what the Supreme Court said. The appeal court said. Let me read it to you. Let me look for it. I have it here.
Okay, that person that said he pleaded guilty is lying.
Osame Chuki, God bless you, brother. Somebody said, do people still take Punch serious? I don't want you to get to that stage. I don't get problem with Punch, but I want to know the person who write this story. You see all this adultery, no adultery. Worst case now, okay, they say you commit adultery. Worst case now, they say I commit adultery. I go talk sorry, I be pass like that, and I go pay 5 million, 30 mil, 70 mil, 100 mil.
When so they charge people to court for things like this. Me money that somebody, a woman, slept with somebody else because she has not divorced. Woman be one law court. Woman gbọ́kùnrin yẹn lọ sí court. I don't know that such thing is happening. No.
We pay 5 million, we move.
Okay, Sahara carried it in 2021. I will look for it. I will look for it.
Abi? But you see, it doesn't make sense when somebody, in my opinion, can be paid. Someone said, you have been taking up people's story without their permission. Oh, so now you are saying Punch because me, I'm a clout chaser. Oh, you did not know. Oh, you did not get the memo. I'm a clout chaser. So Punch now has joined me at my level. Anyway, we not go past ourselves. They get 1.2 million followers. I get 1 million followers. The two of us did the same range.
She had a baby for Daddy Freeze. Koto divorce.
Somebody said, we even pay on your behalf. Instead, bring the money, let's ball. We are not paying anything, sir. I know they're guilty. Why you want to pay money for where I know they're guilty? Why they flash us watch? Just to show you that this is more than the house you are living in. I go drag you. I never know anything. I want to show you what the court of the appeal court said.
Okay, that is Baby Freeze.
The court of appeal said I had it somewhere and I was actually looking at it earlier.
You should have gotten all these things ready. They
said that, in summary, they said that, yes, I was not served. Now let me break this down to you technically.
He's neither here nor there.
This guy goes to behind my back. I'll use these phones as examples.
iPhone 15.
This guy goes behind my back and gets a court judgment in the lower court.
I don't want to put his video.
I didn't know about the court judgment. So I went to the court of appeal. Now, my grounds was, if this guy wanted to do case with me, he would have sued me properly, served me properly, we would have gone through full-blown trial together. Then if he wins, then he can now say he won. But he never served me. He went behind my back to get a judgment. It's not done like that. We are in a society where there is law and order. Now,
time shall tell.
This matter, because we have moved to the court of appeal, what is it called? The lower court no longer holds water because that's what there's court of appeal.
Sorry, my leg moved to the stand.
Court of appeal is higher than the lower
Sorry
court.
about that.
So once we go to the court of appeal, the lower court no longer holds water. That is why the reliefs he was seeking, he could not get. That's why he could not get the 5 million. Because I went to the higher court than the lower court and declared that this case was mistried. I did not have the right of being served and going through the process. So now in the court of appeal, here's what the court of appeal now said. They said, well, true, you've not been served and you were not served, but they don't have the jurisdiction to try the case, so I should go back to the lower court. Which automatically seems like the judgment in this lower court has now been upheld. But I went to the Supreme Court that is higher than both the Court of Appeal and the lower court. So I've thereby cancelled the judgment they got in the lower court. And we are now going to try it in the Supreme Court, just so you understand how it is. I wasted no time. They were all served. All these guys' lawyers have been served. I heard they were not happy to see that but we've served them.
We like it, but she
And
she yeah.
in 2 days, as in, you know, we've come, you know, ask a lawyer what it means to have compiled records in the Supreme Court. We don't go far. So my question with Punch is, why are you carrying one side of the story? If it was Nedu or Daddy Freeze or what's the other guy that does interviews that did this, I will not be angry. I swear to God, I'll just answer them. But Punch newspaper, ODD Punch. I used to read Punch as a child. I remember their red letter in Punch. My father used to buy the newspaper and I would go and sit down in his office and read it as a child. Make Punch, they carry story like say there be Nedu. Aye. Stray bullet, don't meet Nedu. Nedu, you know I love you, bro. You know I love you. You know I got your back, man. You know I love you. Next time I see you, I will tap you on the back. And nobody say you short like that. I'll tap you on the back. Nedu is my brother. We go a long way. But if now Nedu carry my story, worst case now I don't call Nedu for and I say Nedu, wait till you mad? Why they carry my story like that? But I understand. I understand Nedu. I understand Chiguzobi, Chibwedi, what's the other guy's name that does interview? I swear to God, I understand every blog, Stella Dimoko, Linda Ikeji, Tunde Headnot, Insta blog, Gossip Mill,
Gist Lover,
Oba, Gist Lover. I understand all the blogs.
Don't tell me he's in the car.
They do no biggie shots. But now my guy, and you know, we love ourselves. So I understand but you see, when Punch newspaper carries one side of a 1 month old story.
Punch buy markets.
Yes, Gist Lover, all you know, we blogs. Any story where they send to us, we don't carry them. Now normal thing. I know if to say I see this matter for blog or Lauren, I no go vex. Because first of all, it's a 12-year-old matter, I no go respond. But you see, Punch now makes it look official. So if you are carrying an official story, first of all, one, you did not contact me to ask me my side of the story.
So how can you be saying you like Punch, you love Punch?
If they did not contact you, you can contact them or sue them. You have an option. Why must they contact you? Then they contact president when they see president's story. They freeze the Jere.
I liked them when I was small now. I liked them when I was small. Because
I
know, that's why I'm saying now one person. That's why I know they fight Punch, but I give myself this weekend to find out that person will write this story about me. Or else I will never ever take anything. I will block Punch on all my social media accounts. I will never take them seriously. And if you ever send me any story you send me from Punch, I will say, before I read any story from Punch, I will say, from my experience with Punch, they are not reliable. So if you don't find this person who writes this article, now that person me I find though. And I want to know how much he collect, because if, in my opinion, he collect money, if he not collect money, he go report the story full. Now let me address this thing.
Which one is not full in that story?
A month ago,
okay,
we got the ruling from the appeal court that sent us back to the lower court, and we, instead of going back to the lower court, went to the Supreme Court. Then you only reported that they sent us back to the lower court after we have already compiled reports in the Supreme Court. Punch, Unabi.
Did you make it available for them? But you Punch in tell you you said you bypassed the lower court, you went to the Supreme Court and you got some papers from there. Did you send it to them to update them on the story? Báwo no ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ tó bá fẹ́ sọ fún wọn? Ẹni yẹn ló gbé story fún wọn, no ṣe gbé jáde. Why didn't you send it to them too, since you know it's a public issue and you are a public figure? You can as well send it to them. Oh, first sanwó. The way you charge people to broadcast things for them, you don't want to pay because they know they will collect money from you to publish it. Why can't you take it to them?
Una no be city people.
So city people
una no be hints now. Make una talk story as the story take be.
What if they don't have details of what you are saying?
Somebody say manipulation tactics. As in manipulate what? Who do I want to manipulate? Close my door, please, 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 please. Close my door. I want to finish answering the people that I want to finish answering.
Okay.
So, God bless you. Even PM News, self, I go understand.
So the Supreme Court will still send him back to the lower court.
Look at this one. How the Boston people won't know whether you knock or not. How many times will I tell you that you are daft
Did
like
you
your
knock
father
or
that I don't
not?
knock?
Why she's still married?
Nothing. Not
Wait,
lie.
jokes apart, jokes apart. So are they saying when somebody is separated and the divorce is not true, the person cannot do kerewa? Are they saying when two couples are a couple, they are separated, things are not working, and they are separated and processing divorce, they can't knock somebody else? Ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin amòfin, our learned people, na so e dey work. The person cannot knock another person. Abi will not. Somebody said yes. Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú. She was not processing divorce. No kerewa. Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú nìyẹn o. Until divorce is final. Wow, that's not funny. What about the man? Ṣé man yẹn náà kerewa or is kerewa in secret? Ọkùnrin ni now. You cannot, because both of you are still under oath. White wedding nìyẹn o. That one ẹ jẹ́ ká láyéra wa o, torí I have some other people. You know, say for this show, na learn we dey learn. So for the benefit of other people, younger people, does it mean, is it for legal marriage or irú marriage wo? Please, somebody should please enlighten us here. You cannot, because the divorce has not finished. Okay, because it's court marriage. So if it is not court marriage, they are okay. Mo wà surprise ni. Angba mi ò bá rí, mi ò ṣerú ẹ̀rí, mi ò dẹ̀ gbọ́ rí. What I don't know, I will not come out and tell you that I know. The one I know, I will say, okay, is it court marriage alone? Àbí engagement no? Legal marriage. Okay, thank you. It's because it is legal marriage, court marriage. Thank you. Who is saying both? Kò ní dá fún oath. Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú. Ta ló sọ pé both traditional? Who is saying both traditional? They say it's only legal marriage. Church and court marriage. Traditional yàtọ̀. For the customary, the dowry must be returned. But the one can do it in secret. Kàn gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe openly ni. Wàhálà dé. Learn o. Make una learn from this. Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú. No kerewa. And if you have to kerewa, it has to be in secret. Nobody must to know. Until divorce is over. Okay, brief you. It's about Daddy Freeze divorce. You know Daddy Freeze, the popular Daddy Freeze is divorced. So the court slam him 5 million naira for doing knocking the wife. The wife is presently married to, while she has not been separated from the ex-husband. So he has a problem, a court case on that. So he was slammed, and Punch brought out the news. So he's upset with news. With Punch newspaper. So we are learning something from this. You can lose asset because of it. Okay, no wonder he said the wife did not collect anything, that the man collected everything. Ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀run rèrè o. Kai. So this thing is as complex as this. That is not true. They can kerewa. But na kerewa cause wahala like this now. Say them go commit adultery, where they carry them go court. Ah. So for that period, the Kerewa wey I talk today, this afternoon earlier on, say body no be wood. So because somebody say you no wan do again, I never finalize. Even if na 3 years, person go stay like that. Ẹ má mà balẹ̀ ọba jẹ́ kẹ̀.
Baba, I swear, I did look the story for Punch. You can't remind me of Better Lover. Who remembers Better Lover that year? Either I swear, be like Better Lover. Or no, I say, Punch no look eléyìí. I was weak. I say, oh, did he punch? I can't read the story. I can't read the story like saying hints.
Only for court wedding. Okay.
I swear, I was expecting to see the story in hip hop world. And your name shout out to you.
1,000.
Even you know will carry that kind of story. I was weak.
But this one that the Freeze is denying knocking the woman while she's still with the man. That means is what he's saying is not true for real. Let's talk about it now. The woman got pregnant, had a child, while the divorce proceeding is going on. So they are right, Abi. They are right to some extent that they knock. What? Not while he was with the man, separated, but their divorce is not over, and she got pregnant and had a baby. So that means the court wahala is actually right. That he knocked the woman before divorce finish.
So what's the real story? Person wife leave him, he run. Why he run? Instead of make the guy admit, say, he get problem.
He treated the woman bad.
His wife take run.
The same with
you. He
you.
look for who to blame. Now so he carry me enter this matter where I don't know leg, I don't know hand about. Nearing, how Yoruba people they talk nearing.
Somebody said we are learning here, especially for the younger ones, where even though nobody prays that marriage should separate. Somebody, former James, oh no, I'm trying to, Joyce Sully, where is that comment? The person said for customary courts that the Olori Ebi will have to initiate the separation by paying the bride price back. That is for customary courts. If you don't do court marriage, okay? Separated, not legally divorced. Common sense, this is adultery. Yeah. Because when you were together and one teacher divorce one, so they're actually right.
So, please, here is the update of the matter. I have taken them to the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Okay. They are aware.
Present your paper.
Served. As a matter of fact, baby,
present your own paper to another newspaper house to put it out for you that you are the Supreme Court. It's a simple case. Punch is probably, let's assume Punch is working for the other party now. Then you give it to Arise or to another newspaper house to put it out there that, yeah, you are the Supreme Court. Ọ̀rọ̀ yóò lé tẹ́lẹ̀ yìí. Ó dẹ̀ ń bá Punch ìjà, iṣẹ́ wọn náà ń ṣe. Or you go back to them to update that this is the update. So, okay, you are an attorney. It is simply adultery. You know what? I will give us time very soon. I will want people who know about this thing to call in and educate people, please. What I do on my show is educative. If you know about whatever we are discussing, you are free to call me so that you can if you have knowledge very well about it. Like this kind of case, honestly, I personally, probably because I've not gone through divorce, I don't know about it, but it might be very useful to somebody that is going through something similar. They can learn something from it. So I will soon be stopping this, and I want us to call in, please, Ejo. Auntie Adetutu Odakpe Wambi.
They responded. They even.
Please kindly put the number for me, Ejo. Teba gbọ́ mi +1 347 261 5455. Auntie Adetutu Abi, my darling brother Adedeji. That is the number, Ejo. So let's quickly listen like 5-10 minutes more. Then I want you guys to call in and educate people, please.
Inside the Supreme Court, they don't file their own affidavit. Inside Supreme Court. So, as in this matter, fear me. We serve them. They filed their own matter inside Supreme Court, but they are still rejoicing over. They responded to our matter in the Supreme Court.
But I like this closeness between him and the woman. I love
We
it.
carried the matter to Supreme Court. So they filed a counter petition in the Supreme. So okay, how can you file a counter petition to a story you don't know anything about, but then you are running around and saying, you see, let me tell you, they want a social media trial. They've lost and they will lose. So what they want is they want to now try it on social media, knowing that people are ignorant of the law on social media. People not get sense. Everybody go run around and say, Daddy Freeze, go and pay 5 million. Oh, Daddy Freeze, go and pay 5. Someone say your story is not clear because you don't have sense. Record the video and go and play for your lawyer. Make him interpret them to you. Mm-hmm. Someone said this one be like land case. I swear. 12-year-old matter.
Please hold on. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ kíní tó ń sọ yìí ná, please. I'll call you back.
So the matter between taste buds and X.
Okay. Hold on, no. Torí ẹ̀mí ìdẹ̀ ṣe tí ìfẹ́ fi nọ́mbà alẹ́. Okay, you are on. I've added you.
Yes. Good evening, Auntie.
Good evening, sis.
Yeah, calling from Maryland.
Go ahead.
I want to talk specifically about this Daddy Freeze case. A lot of people do it, and nobody raises
eyebrow
on them. But because he's being what's the word now?
Controversial person.
Controversial person.
Could it be because he's a public figure, they want to rub him in the mud?
Radio station.
Hello, my sister. Could it be because he's a public person and he has stepped on some toes? They want to mess him up.
There were some controversies about him when he had problems with the Ade Parasin church. When he left their church, and he left Cool FM because he had problems with the management of Cool FM. Because Cool FM was saying that.
That's why I didn't put his face. Could they claim a video? Go ahead. I know Koman claim video. Could they claim
they were the biggest their yearly program on the radio station. So he had problems with the management of Cool FM and also the church. And that was when he started his own free movement, whatever church that he was doing. Now, this lady that he married, this
taste bud.
The taste bud, right? She has been in an abusive marriage. Daddy Freeze's wife left him, went abroad. I think she was a lesbian and went to marry, ran away with her female lover. She's gone. She left him. He was alone. Now, Taste Bud was in a marriage with an Igbo husband with her children in an abusive marriage. So the man, she wanted to go, she wanted to leave the marriage and everything. Everybody was tired. And they took the matter to court for divorce. But as soon as they knew that he was Daddy Freeze, that she was going to be married to, I think some people went to the husband and said, do not grant her that divorce. Divorce, in America here, if you have not been sexually active with a man for 12 months, 12 months, which means 1 year, you can divorce. Because there's no marriage anymore. So case of a man that you've been separated for 5 years, there's no marriage. But you know, in Nigeria, they use veto power. It's man woman. Divorce, so what if I buy divorce? I want to make the same day with the anticipation of F1 divorce. Marriage is work. Marriage is me. There were 2 free women, but divorce. How can you say you don't want to divorce somebody that you've been separated for 5 years?
Good years.
So, what is being victimized the woman here because of the person she's dead? This lady just married a nobody or a quiet person that no Cora quietly. I want by judgment now.
But I said it. Someone by judgment
yes.
Why tell you
please? They delayed the divorce for a long time. Like if it's Shenika. Because báwo ni divorce ṣe máa pẹ́ 5 years kí ló le tó yẹn ọkùnrin ò ṣe mọ́ obìnrin ò ṣe mọ́ kó ní kálukú máa lọ. Ọkùnrin bá lóun sì fẹ́ ṣe tóbìnrin bá lóun ò ṣe mọ́ you still cannot force them to be together.
12 years.
So, what delay? Meanwhile, these are human beings. People not in Shelley. You've been away from somebody for 5 years, and you say the person should not have sex with another person. It's wrong.
I want to go work.
Wrong. Unfortunately, so that is freeze. No bossy law warning. Allah my Jashaye. Because you understand?
No, he kept saying it. But this is 12 years. What else do they want?
She got to money divorce. John. Oh, they low you or bimo.
In the process,
because it was too long. Louis, there was a scenario in this Maryland. Lady here, want to separate. Okay, Nigeria. Want Dubai. Okay, Tawa City. Of almost all of my mind. In Nigeria. They want to buy for 5 years. For school on share. Now, I'm to what the call on what shape to worry to face share where maybe. From a polar to share divorce. Sorry, it's about my wallet 5 years ago. Passport of your wallet, Mrs. Lagbajal of your wallet. That's what they be okay. Right? Or to worry on to face. If got so much saying, I said, upon like to share divorce. Sorry, we talk be wallet.
English.
Mrs. Newa Lori Pali here. That's what they practice ni Colombia.
Please, can you include English so that others can be carried along? Emma, some words you can say it in Yoruba because of the sensitivity, then some can be in English, please. Do you get me? Hello, sis. Oh, no. Hello? Oh. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. So, lady yen, òun àtọkọ ẹ̀, mo sọ fún yín pé wọ́n ti separate. Òun ti wà ní Dubai. Fọ́dún márùn-ún.
English.
Ó ká ọmọ sọ́dọ̀ màmá ẹ̀ nílé.
English.
Ọkọ náà ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ.
Ẹ bá wa include English, aunty. Ẹ bá wa include English, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Mix it up with English and Yoruba.
Okay. Ìgbà tóbìnrin yẹn fẹ́ ṣe ìwé ẹ̀. Tó fẹ́ ṣe ìwé ẹ̀ níbí.
Okay.
English and Yoruba.
Yeah, yes. Please, so the others can be carried along.
Okay. When she now wanted to do her paper here, she had to do a divorce. Pẹ̀lú ọkọ tó wà nílé. And òfin ìlú yìí ní pé tó bá ti wà nílùú yìí more than 1 year, ó lè ṣe divorce ẹ̀ ń bì báyìí. Kó má ìtì ẹ̀ tí ìdánmọ̀ nílùú torí pé ó ti wà nílùú yìí rẹ́kọ̀dù wà pé ó ti
separated for 1 year.
Fún oṣù 12. So, ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ process yẹn. Wọ́n wá serve ọkọ ẹ̀ ní ìlú wa lọ́hùn. So ti yẹ yín wọ́n
so òyìnbó mọ̀ ọ́, ṣé ẹ fẹ́ sọ òyìnbó ni?
Ọkọ ẹ̀ yẹn torí pé wọ́n fẹ́ victimize woman yẹn. Ó fẹ́ victimize ẹ̀ pé ṣo fẹ́ gbàwé ni màá gbégi dọ́nà fún ẹ.
The divorce process has to be concluded. Okay, go ahead.
The husband in Nigeria now wanted to victimize this woman.
To stop the process of what she was doing.
Òun ò sí divorce ẹ o, ìyàwó òun ni o, òun sì love ẹ o, ó kàn sá lọ ni o.
Wow.
Now, do you know what the court here said? What they did?
What?
They wrote him back that you don't have a marriage because the record shows that she's been in the United States for 5 years. How can your wife be here for 5 years and you are in Nigeria and you still have a marriage? You don't have a marriage. So the court granted the divorce.
Oh, good.
Because òfin wọn ni pé ṣé wá rí ibi tó fi yẹn lè sí 12 months yẹn kẹ́tì separate for 11 months and 29 days. Kó wá jẹ́ the 30th day tó máa fi pé ọdún kan yẹn ló wá bá ọkùnrin yẹn ní àjọṣepọ̀. Ẹ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ all over again.
Wow.
So if you have not had sexual intercourse with a man for 12 months, the marriage is as good
automatically
as
dead.
One.
Okay.
So báwo ni state board ṣe máa separate pẹ̀lú ọkùnrin yẹn fún 5 years and then
they are still considering it a wedding, a marriage.
They grant them divorce because everybody ẹ̀jẹ̀. Unfortunately, ó ṣẹ̀tọ̀ that the freeze in me. All right. So that's just my contribution. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So what she was trying to say for non-Yoruba speakers, she was trying to give an example of a woman that came over here and, for some time, over a year, she couldn't see the husband and she wanted to do, you understand, for her to be able to stay. So she filed for divorce, and the man refused back home and said, no, I'm still married to her. But they were able to look at the time she has spent here and they saw that she has been here for over a year. So what she's trying to say, in essence, is that if you have been separated from a man, there is no sexual relationship between you for YouTube. Hold on, the YouTube something is frozen. Okay, it's back. That for a year, if you've been separated, no kerewa, no knocking between the two of you, that the law is different in Nigeria. Okay, so for the law here, so maybe we say it is the law here. I want somebody who knows the law back home to please call in. If you are very versed in the law about marriage, if you are a lawyer or something back home, please call in. So she said, if it is just 11 months and 29 days and just one more day to finish the case, if you try and go and sleep with somebody, you have to start all over again. That you are only considered separated, and you can go ahead with your divorce if after 1 year. Good evening, my darling brother Daramola. After a year that you are free, according to the law here. I don't know much about the law in Nigeria. So if you are in Nigeria, it's same law everywhere. The white colonists is so they are the one we are following. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Please, English, strictly English.
Okay.
I'm doing the show in
Okay.
English. I want you to
Good
stay
evening,
on
ma.
English.
Okay,
Yeah.
good evening.
If you want to say some sensitive words, you can go slot in Yoruba, then go back to English. Hey, Joe.
Okay. Ma.
Yeah.
All right. Ma. So I followed that the freeze case when it was hot in the media, both from the wife's ex-husband side and his own side. What happened then was the woman and the husband has been separated for about 5 years, and then they are divorced. The man wasn't showing up in court for the divorce. He was frustrating the process, like he didn't want to release the woman.
The ex-husband,
one of
right?
The reason why the woman left was abuse, infidelity, the ọkọ ìṣàgége pẹ̀lú ọkùnrin nílé. So what they ṣe nílé, káwọn ọmọ káwọn mú, àwọn ọmọ yẹn, those children now, they are with her in her marriage with Daddy Freeze. So they knew everything. So it wasn't something that was hidden. So all those things, the children experienced it, they saw it. And up to today, the man did not come out to deny the allegations. So then they went to the court, and he was frustrating the process. It took 7 years for the divorce to finally be granted. So in the process of that 7 years, I think the lady met Daddy Freeze about 5 years into the whole thing. So they gave birth to their son maybe 2 years later. Two years, and then the divorce was approved. So the relationship was already dead, but the only thing there was that they were able to frustrate that process. So I think the man's point, that his point was the fact that the divorce took so long. And it is true that when a divorce is on, a marriage is on, anything you do is considered adultery, even in America. If it happens like that, you can sue a woman that is sleeping with your husband. And then if the person is rich, you can claim emotional damage. And you come out to the So, but I feel it's because of his personality, because it's Daddy Freeze. That is why all this is happening. Maybe the man is going back and forth to make sure they drag and get as much as they can get from him. So he has said it right from time.
I think it's just to mess him up.
For the court ruling.
Go ahead. I said they are trying to mess Daddy Freeze up in this case. That's what I'm seeing now.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for shedding light.
That instead of him to give the man that 5 million, that he will go to court and clear his name and make sure he fight it to the last part. But if that is what the law says, I'm afraid even if it goes to Supreme Court, it might still be difficult because the court will only rule based on what the law says. And what the man need, oh God, me. So unless they amend that law, the divorce law in Nigeria, sometimes people's divorce takes up to 10 years, and they expect the woman or the man not to do anything within that time. That's not fair. Some people are lucky; their own is overnight. They will just say, okay, you people should go and talk to yourself. Like
if
the
there is
ones
no
at stake
problem
that I know
between
very
you.
well, they will say, go and try and reconcile and come back after 6 months. The maximum I've seen is 1 year, because all of them have agreed to leave themselves. Maximum 1 year, but mostly 6 months. When they come back and say, okay, we cannot reconcile, then they will dismiss it. But this their own took total of 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much. This man has really tried for us. So some of us that jump into the case that didn't know the details, now you can hear what is going on. And I hope nobody prays for divorce. So I mean, please, please kindly turn off the other phone or whatever you are using to listen. If you have to call, turn off your other phone before calling. You cannot call to still be listening to yourself. It will affect the show. Please, you're allowed to call in. Somebody said divorce cases in Nigeria is not usually fast. In fact, they do delay and frustrate the judgment at times just to see if parties can still reconcile when judgment is not forthcoming. Hey, we don't know anything, no. It's what you have gone through that you will know. I've never gone through divorce. I don't even think I know anybody that has gone through divorce. So I won't say I know. Go ahead.
Hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm just calling to contribute on the issue you are talking about now.
Yes, sir.
That issue, people are looking at it very simple. It's not simple.
Wow.
Because number one, before Daddy Freeze start living with the woman or decided to marry her, the Daddy Freeze reached to the lady's family to know the necessary things to do when you want to marry somebody. That is the first thing, because had it been Daddy Freeze do it in the right process, the family might have told Daddy Freeze that, look, there is a diary that's being paid on the head of this lady, and you have to bring it back so that we will be able to refund the ex-husband before you have the control over this, our dollar. That's number one. Number two, even though that lady had 10 or 20 children with Daddy Freeze, if Daddy Freeze don't return the diary, those kids will still belong to the other man. That is how dangerous it is. And that lady there is an evil woman. So I don't know what the
okay, according to my brother,
paid out 5 million. To me, with that, the situation of this case
is this
now,
my darling brother
could have paid the 5 million and get over it and move on.
Can I ask you a question? You said something now that no matter how many children that woman has for Daddy Freeze, that woman,
if Daddy Freeze has not returned the diary that the other woman, the other
man paid to the man, to the family.
Land, before you marry, you gotta pay a diary to the head of the woman, which is tradition. Then, yes, if another man has to, forget about that divorce. That's an English, European part of and the church part of stuff. I'm talking about tradition.
Igbo tradition. Yeah, some people are confirming that you are right.
Tradition, but in Igbo land, if a man marries a woman and that woman, they are no longer living together, the next man that has to marry the man has to go to the family of the woman and ask them, then they will return. The man will pay back the diary that the former man paid. They have to return it to the other first man. That is when the woman becomes yours. If not, if that woman is still living with you and having kids with you, you have not paid back that diary. The kids belongs to the other man.
Okay, now, as things are, my darling brother, we are not deliberating now on Daddy Freeze as per se, but we are using him as a case study now. Now, my question to you, sir, as things are now, assuming it's somebody else, and that person decides to go and return the dowry, will he still be okay?
Yes, it will be okay, but the thing is, let me tell you, my people used to say that you will use Koniwe to throw away somebody who has a big stomach. So what Daddy Freeze could have said, if Daddy Freeze has had a good friend, or I don't think he asked questions before he jumped into this mess. Because to me, if he had an advisor, that advisor could have told him, go to this lady's family and find out actually. Even though that man has left him for 10 years or 20 years, it's okay. But you will still go there. When you go there, you say, okay, I like this lady. I want to marry her. What will I do as cultural stuff? They will tell you, oh, the former husband paid so thing, and as Igbo culture, before you take over, you have to bring so thing so that we're going to return the diary to the other man. So at times, when they want to return the diary, the man may refuse.
What
if the man if the man may refuse if he wants to start the woman, but there is a way culturally the family, if they have accepted that the Freeze and took out that money, that diary, then the matter will be between the family of the girl
and the man
and
the ex-husband.
What do they call it? And yes, and the ex-husband. So you see how that the Freeze could have been out of that.
But we don't know if he has done that, sir.
All these things that is happening, have we asked ourselves, is the family of this lady involved in the whole thing? That is the most problem. Because if our family is involved, their family will have Daddy Freeze to tackle the whole thing. But if they are not involved, that is where the problem comes on. You see? So to me, Daddy Freeze could have given them that million and go away.
But what
because this thing he's doing, if she continue doing this, more things will be coming out.
But what if he has actually tried to return the dowry and the man refused to collect the dowry? What are they going to do?
That is what I'm telling you. Then the family will tell him what to do next. He's not giving the man the dowry. He's giving it to the family of the girl to give back to that to the ex-husband. Then, if the ex-husband refuses to take it out, then it's going to be a battle between them, the family of the girl, and the ex-husband. You see how it works? Then, by that time, now they are going to court or whatever, the family of the girl will go to the customary court and return the diary there. The man will force to come and take the diary there, because if a woman say give enough excuse why you don't want to marry you again, it's not by force. But you have to follow the right way. It's just like what is his name? You know you're the judge.
Yes.
Yes. His own what is his name? The one he's gallivanting with.
Judy.
Jude. No, yeah, Judy. Judy, the husband, they have not paid back the diary of Judy to the husband. So whatever child Judy is having to you now belongs to that man.
Obasi.
Yeah, it's simple. That is simple culture. And that one will still come out. So you see, that is why people should be very, very careful. It doesn't matter whether you are going to
can I ask you, what will happen
do the right thing. Follow the culture and traditional first. Because that is very, very important.
Okay. Somebody is saying that the family of the lady are very well aware of everything. That Daddy Freeze was even present at the Taste Bud's father's burial.
Well, yes, you may be present, but did you do the right thing?
That's what they are saying. That
just do white wedding, and they think it's over.
Writing is a must. Wow. If they don't do it, what is going to happen, sir? Is there a repercussion or a prize or?
No, it's not going to be a repercussion. But what I'm saying is, even that lady died, that man can claim the corpse.
Now he said the man nowhere to come and claim the corpse of somebody we don't live and pay.
The man can say, "It's my wife. You have to bury her in my compound." Yes, and the kids has to come back to the man because then you don't see. It's just like you. Would you like to answer a bastard that your father did not pay bride price on the head of your mom? It's a very big thing. He has to. You see, I just saw you are this thing. I will still do video on it. I do video.
Okay, sir.
I'm on YouTube too.
All right.
I will tell him if he likes, he can still be jumping everywhere. I will still do a video on it. This thing. Yeah, like I did the one for Yele Doche, but I just tell me, I say, go back. Don't let anybody chase you out of your husband's home. That is your home. You don't need to run away. Yeah, I will do video on this one too.
Thank you, sir. Igbo culture don't joke.
It's terrible.
Wow.
People should stop emulating the Europeans. Let's face our culture and tradition. That is where we are having problems. Because these pastors and bishops and prophets have been deceiving people, bringing false narratives.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you
for enlightening us.
I live in Maryland here.
All right, I can see your number. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ogao, it's good to do things like this so we can learn. You're going to learn in a hard way. VDM, you're going to learn. Hello.
Hello, sister Adoni. How are you?
Fine. Good evening, sir.
I'm your regular customer. I'm Igbo.
My regular customer.
Listen, you know what really happened?
Sir?
Yeah. Are you hearing me?
Sure, clear. Clearly, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. You know what really happened? That is priest jumping up that he have won the case. Listen, there's no way Supreme Court can handle that. There's no way Supreme Court, higher court can handle that case. They will still refer them to lower courts. Okay?
Why?
Refer them to lower court. That's what we'll have. The lower court will handle that case. Watch what I told you today.
Why? Can you tell us why?
Apart from that, that's exactly what this last caller said is true. Because in Igbo culture, I don't know culture about you, but so far as you have no return, listen, high court, there's no high court can handle that case. Mark my word today. They will refer them back to lower court. Watch my word today. Then the other thing they have to do, they have to get one we call a clearance from the lower court, standing because that the priest is claiming that he has not gotten justice from the lower court. That's where they appear in the high court, right?
Mm-hmm.
They will still have reference. Mm-hmm. They want to have an evidence from the lower court.
Okay.
And what that the priest is saying too, that he has not gotten justice. They have to debate it before they can put. They will refer them to the same lower court. Watch what I'm telling you. So another thing I want to say is this: what that last caller said is true. Because if you want to remarry a lady, make sure you drag the new husband to your family. That's what we call culture and tradition. He told their family that you are no longer with this man. The dowry, when they pay on you, even if it's 5,000 naira, even if it's 10,000, it's not a fixed price. When he returned that dowry, the marriage is over. Even if he didn't go to court, but so far as the dowry has been returned, the marriage is over. But so far as the dowry has not
been
yet
returned.
Been returned, even if that priest went to court, there's no way court can give him full legal, even if court gives a full legal right in a traditional.
Because we still have the customary law in that country.
That woman still belongs to the former husband. I'm telling you, what that the priest could have done as a wise man that has been in social media for long, as a blogger, he could have gone underground with his lawyer. Drag that man out of court, make it a family something, the man will sign. He will put that 5 million in form of like, this is a diary, I'm returning. You do it that kind of a jago way as a clever man. Immediately the man receives it, he's fine, a lawyer will be there. There's a photograph that will be taken. Then he will win this case officially. The man will move his way, and Daddy Freeze will move. But since Daddy Freeze is afraid of giving that man or 5 million, and he thought that maybe court or high court will give him justice, he's not going to get this Nigeria. The
My
first
brother.
question they will ask Daddy Freeze in court, even his lawyer, they will ask Daddy Freeze, have you gone through the culture and tradition? What was the update from the family? And you will see an elderly man from the lady's side, and coming, an elderly man from the lady's side, they will testify against Daddy Freeze. They will join that man, saying that the man have not gotten his bride price back from the lady. But that evidence alone have made that lady to win that case.
Okay.
So Daddy Freeze, I don't know exactly what is playing around.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
A high court can never give you 100% justice on this. They will refer you to the lower court. Even if they didn't refer you to lower court, they will ask questions. Judges have tradition. Judges, they are human beings like us. They have asked that question. You know, that question they will ask a lady or Daddy Freeze, or maybe the former husband.
I want to ask you a question, sir.
You got him back
because
the money,
of time.
the bride price that you paid? And the man will say before judge that I have not yet received it. And the woman still, the man's wife. Let's not dance around the bush and celebrate.
Okay, sir. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, my question now is that I want to believe why the issue of adultery is coming in is because for customary, I think the man can marry another wife according to customary law. I don't know, but I think. But after, it's like they are doing, the problem they are having is court marriage they did, right? What if after divorce?
There's a tradition before court marriage, my sister. There's a diary. The man paid diary before going to court.
Yes,
you have to do
right.
the tradition before going to court, my sister. Let's not jump all these things. We have to come from the one. Let's go to the bottom, the root of this
bottom
problem.
line.
Before he come in a hand of marriage to a lady, he must have to go to the family and
first.
meet the elderly one, meet the elders, do the necessary requirement before going to the court. So I don't understand how we're judging this issue.
No, I was just, somebody was asking that question, sir. If you hear me asking questions, it's because somebody is curious. So I'm throwing it back to you. You understand? Somebody was asking that question. They need to know. That's why I threw it back to you. So there is no need getting upset about that. Yeah. The person might not know. Like they said some things now about this wahala thing. I didn't even know marriage issue is that bad. That if you have to divorce somebody, you can't go and sleep with somebody else while the process is going on.
In a year, in our father's time, our father's time, our grandfathers, do you know, there's nothing like court marriage. There's nothing like a white wedding. Immediately you go through tradition.
But things have changed.
And pay diary. Yes. You have officially married a woman.
Yes,
you got my point?
Yes, sir. I got to go. I'm getting your point.
Yes.
But
so you officially this white wedding we're talking about, this court marriage we're talking about, it's a new thing that came from the white people. We're emulating it.
Agreed.
Wedding, this white wedding and the court marriage is something new.
What you are trying to say is that I agree.
But in every culture, yes, in every culture, whether in a Yoruba land, whether in Igbo land, whether in a Benin land or any part of the world, you have to go through the culture traditionally. We usually meet the family, you go through the requirements. Some people doesn't do it. Maybe you don't need to be present there. You may be in America. Maybe when they're getting married to your daughter, they may send money to you. They may send money to you. They ask the villagers, what is the requirement? How much is the cost of those things they're going to buy? The drinks, everything. They go to anything at all they put in the list. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When they name it, they may tell you, it's 300,000, or it's 200, it's 500. It depends the village, the place you are getting married to. And when they take it, it's the money issue. Maybe you don't have time to come back home because of your job. If you can send it by money, somebody can represent you, represent the woman or the man You know what I mean? They carry on the traditional marriage.
Now,
they do it that way also.
Can I ask a question? A very vital question, sir. If it is the man that says, I don't want to marry this woman again, what happens?
Very good. If you say you don't want to marry the woman again, you have to demand for the bride price that you paid, not the drink that you spent.
Hold on, no.
Bride price. Immediately
wait.
Immediately the family return it back to you, my sister. The marriage is over. You don't need to go to court. You don't need to go to high court or any court. Immediately they return the bride price of the woman. The woman return it to the man. The marriage is over. The woman will have right to remarry, whether divorced or not divorced. Immediately the bride price is returned. The woman have right to move on and get married immediately to another man. Tradition permit it.
Okay. So to make it very clear now,
so far as the bride price have not yet returned, even if it's not yet returned, he went to married, do court marriage, do white wedding. Any children that you have given,
yes, that man told
whether
us,
it's one or two, belongs to the former husband.
Okay,
this is traditional law.
Now the question, I want this to be very clear, sir. I want this to be very clear.
Yes.
Now it is the man that is saying, I don't want you again. Right? It is not the woman that says, I don't want the man. So with that... It
doesn't mean, sister. It doesn't mean. What matters is what I told you. The bride price must have to be returned. Whether the man say he don't want you again or the woman say he don't want it again. If you're the woman say you don't want the husband again, return the bride price. So the man will know that the marriage is over.
Okay,
but so far as the bride price is not yet returned, let's not dance around the bush.
Okay, how about
the white culture?
Okay, what if we are now talking about somebody that did white culture and traditional? What if the divorce in the court marriage, they have settled that, they still have to go back and pay the bride price according to Igbo tradition?
No. It doesn't done that way, sister. I
understand you, sir. They are supposed to go back and do the traditional first before they go and do divorce in the courts.
Immediately, the mistake that the priest did was that when this case come up for initial time, it's clear that it's 12 years ago now. What he could have done is to convince that woman, take that woman home to their place, meet the elderly ones, ask questions as a Nigerian. Ask questions. Oh, what do I do in this issue now?
Case.
Since I'm getting married to your daughters, what can I do? If the villagers or the elderly ones in the family are truthful, they will tell the priest the truth. Tell him, oh, Moga, the first of all, this man came and paid 100,000 or 200,000 for the bride price. Please, let's return it to the family through the lady. After when immediately return that bride price, the marriage is over. Then the priest can go ahead and do whatever he wants to do. This is a question they will ask that the priest even in the high court that he went now.
Thank you,
the
sir.
judge will still bring this question up.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, no matter the lawyer, even if he uses a son and went to that Supreme Court, the judge will still bring up this question to him, and it's gonna be critical questions to him. It's an response giving him. What he could have done now before the court, let him rush back now with the lady, return the bride price to the man as it is hot now. The man will force to collect it. But if that the priest is putting body, relaxing that nothing will happen, he will get justice in the high court, Supreme Court or high court. He's wasting time.
Thank you
this
so
is
much,
this is a question. This is a key that we used to hold the priest in the court.
They
will throw this question for him. Have you returned the bride price of this woman? Have they returned it? And the lawyer cannot answer that question clearly. He cannot answer it. I'm telling you. This is a tradition.
Thank you so much.
This is a tradition. It should not do the right thing before
it's too late. And they are getting points from what you are saying.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you are on.
Hello.
Hello, you are on, please. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello, caller, you are on. We can hear you.
Oh, hello, ma. Okay. So my question is this. Number one, we actually need somebody with a legal experience.
Yes. That's my
to
opinion
explain
too.
these things to us in details. We actually need someone to do.
There is somebody
But
that said is a lawyer
so
here.
what
Can you please call us?
Kilari,
Moni, there is somebody that is a legal representative. I mean, a legal person here.
yes,
Can that person please call in?
perspective.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
actually interested in that too, from
yes,
the
that is
legal
what
aspect
we
of it.
actually need. So I
Yes.
want to tell you
Now
something.
we
So
know the traditional
another
thing.
thing is this.
Mm.
So I think all this traditional law, I think it's only applicable in Nigeria
If
only.
you are in Nigeria.
Because you cannot tell. I think it's only applicable in Nigeria only. And
No, I don't think so.
there's a clause.
I don't think so, except you didn't marry in Nigeria or they didn't do
That's what
any
I'm
traditional
saying. That's
thing.
what I'm trying to say, Mark.
Okay.
Like it's only applicable in Nigeria only, provided you are only married under customary law in Nigeria only. Because I came to this country like 20-some years ago. I married my husband. We did like introduction in Nigeria, of course, in absentia. And we came to this country. We married legally, and we married in a church. So are you telling me, God forbid, if we divorce and some bride prices are not returned, that it's not applicable, like that is no? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So so I went back home maybe 10 like few years ago when actually teenagers to do my traditional wedding. So God forbid if something happens to me, are they saying that my husband will not be my like when something happens to me? You get what I'm trying to say, ma?
No, I don't. I can't read your mind.
I think it's only applicable when you are married in Nigeria and you only do traditional wedding. Let's not mix things together here. I understand.
That's what most of the things they're saying is more about if you do traditional.
And I think the reason being, am I interrupting you?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. So I respect the Igbo culture so much because he actually cultivates order. I mean, so in a culture when there is culture and people actually respect it, it creates order in the community. So I actually respect them because this Davido Chioma thing that happened, like the funeral thing, like if not because of that burial thing where they're going to bury that poor boy, I don't think Davido will even say he wants to marry anytime soon.
Okay, a lawyer is trying to call in. Can you allow me pick that person's call since that is what we're actually waiting for? Can you man Lord support want to law?
Okay, ma. Okay, ma. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Any sùúrù mi ò mọ̀ bóyá ẹnìyẹn ló ń pè mí sìn. Is this you? Ṣé ẹ̀yin lẹ sọ pé ẹ̀ ń pè sìn? Is this you?
Yes, ma.
Okay.
Yes, ma. I'm the one, ma.
Are you a lawyer?
Yes, ma. I'm a legal practitioner.
Oh yeah, the floor is open for you. I'm relaxing. Go ahead and educate us.
Okay,
educate younger ones.
So from the legal point of view, ma. From the legal point of view, ma. Once if a couple goes through customary marriage, that is a traditional marriage. After the customary marriage, which is the traditional marriage, if they go further to contract English marriage, that is marriage under the English Act, that one supersedes customary marriage. Because customary marriage, for example, the couples, they are adults, they are not minors. So after the traditional marriage, if they go further to contract marriage under the Act, the English marriage supersedes customary marriage in Nigeria, and it's all over. It is superior to customary marriage. Do you get it, ma?
So does it mean it now negates the traditional marriage?
In this marriage will be decided by the court, and that will be High Court.
Okay.
That will be high
Sis, can
court.
you hear me?
So, assuming the lady and her former husband did not contract English marriage, assuming it was just customary marriage before that the freeze now met her, that the freeze must return the bride price to that family.
Okay, Lijoka.
He must return the bride price to the man if it was only customary marriage.
Okay.
But so long as they went further to do English marriage, that was the former husband and the lady.
Okay.
He cannot return any dowry. But the problem is that as long as the case was still in court, the marriage was, they only separated. There was no judgment yet. Anything the woman does during that period is illegal. Meaning that she committed adultery.
So are you saying if after customary marriage they have a legal marriage, are you saying the man will not need to pay bride price back if he doesn't want the woman again? Some people are saying that does not apply to Igbo marriage, that you still have to pay back the bride price.
Igbo marriage or Yoruba marriage, whatever, the English law supersedes any marriage in Nigeria. It is only if they did not go further to contract English marriage that they can be claiming that dowry of a thing. Assume they did not contract English marriage. For example, I wrote in my comments.
Family lawyer,
they did not contract.
Emma will comments. Don't read comments to respond. Just give us your own opinion.
Assuming they did not contract English marriage, for example, let me cite a situation
somebody said court or church
recent that they brought to our law firm.
Okay.
The couple did not go further for English marriage. They only had customary marriage, and the lady was an Igbo lady.
Okay.
She now died. When she died, and before she died, she was already married to somebody over many years. The man, the husband that she died in her house, had to go and pay her dowry to the first husband before the family accepted that she should be buried. Because it was customary marriage. They did not do anything English marriage. But if there is English marriage after customary marriage, because English marriage supersedes. That is the law in Nigeria. English marriage is superior to any traditional marriage.
But Igbo people are still insisting that in Igbo marriage, that does not apply to them. So probably we should just respect that.
They are not aware. They don't know much about the law, ma. If they are into family law, marriage law, they should go and read the Marriage Act.
Because
that's the position, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sis.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, you are calling back? Hello? It's a cut. Hello? Network. If I miss your call, I will call you back. Oh. Hello?
Madam.
Yes.
I beg. I just want to chip things in. It's not every lawyer that knows about this. We have lawyer in charge of land. We have a lawyer in charge of real estate. It's not a lawyer in charge of real estate doesn't handle marriage issues.
Somebody is trying to connect
it's not
you
everybody
to a
that
lawyer
says she's a lawyer or he's a lawyer that can tell you actually the truth matter of this, what I'm telling you. In Nigeria, if before a court can separate or divorce, give legal judgment, they have to ask the lady to return the bride price of that the man paid back to the family. This in every, he can make inquiry, he can call, he can make this inquiry in any court.
Okay,
this lady that called just in now is confusing people because in a law, whether Yoruba, whether Igbo, whether in a those state, the bride price must have to return. It's in the law, Nigerian law constitution. I cannot go the act now. As you might know the act, I could have mentioned it and the people can verify.
Do you know the act?
This lawyer should not convince us, please. It's a point of correction. It's not every lawyer that knows about marriage issue. Some of the lawyers are not into that area of court marriage issue. They are not handling some of the a lawyer that handling a real estate or a lawyer that
yes, I need his number.
Might not have the experience of what we're talking about.
Send the number.
Please,
see me
point of correction.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I need his number. So mo lè lọ through Uncle Disu now. Tomba le bawa get to bring him on here and come and educate us more, because this is actually something a lot of people might need to know so that they don't get into trouble. You see, they said that man now that was married to taste buds got everything because of this case, and the lady lost everything because òun ló lọ fọ́kọ láì to time. Okay, Barrister Olumide will trash it for us. Send me his number. Let me chat with him, and I will find a way time to bring him on board. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, sis. Abisa.
Yeah. You see, normal culture, Nigerian culture.
Which of the culture? Remember, we have different culture. Which of the culture are you talking of?
In Yoruba culture.
Yoruba culture. Okay,
in normal level in Yoruba culture.
All right, man.
The same thing the first man say is the normal thing happen in Yoruba land.
And what is that? What is that? A lot of people called him. What is the culture you are talking of? Which of the culture?
You see, in culture of Yoruba, you understand me?
Which of the culture?
If you're in Yoruba land, normal culture in Yoruba land,
okay.
Unless we're deceiving ourselves.
Okay.
The first thing that man says is the normal thing happen in Yoruba land. We mustn't bring all this foreign culture in our culture. Don't let them deceive you. It's normal thing, madam. That's my contribution.
Which one is the normal? Auntie, where you to get in Goton Songogon? Mufe be a boy busy. I think probably she's at work. So if I miss your call, I will call you back. Okay, hello, you are on. Hello. Kini ẹ ti jẹ́ kúrò lára. Shoot. Trying to connect. Maybe 2 or 3 more calls, then we stop. Ó ti fẹ́ rẹ̀ mí. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, good morning. Abi, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, you are on.
Yes, I want to just add to it. The man and the woman that just called, the woman that called us doesn't know how to explain it. The basic of marriage is when you do tradition. What is tradition? Tradition is the dowry.
That is in Nigerian system.
That is the dowry. So, but when the lawyer was explaining that when you go to court, that court registry, that court something is just for official this thing. Maybe you want documentation because you will use it from there. Because when you want to do anything, they have to ask for your marriage certificate, which is obtained from the registry. That is what is that used for. But the real marriage is dowry. You have to pay dowry before you go to court, before you go to registry. That dowry is very important. It's in the Bible too. So it's not something that we have to waive or whether English. There's nothing like English. That English is just for official thing. You want to do official thing, you obtain paper. Those are the things that we give you a legal backing that yes, this one you are married. But that the engagement that we call the engagement is the real tradition. That is what they call the tradition. That is where you will pay dowry and submit, whether they ask you to submit gold, whether they ask you to submit pig, whether they ask you to submit cola nut. that is where you pay the dowry. The dowry is not much. Some might say 1 naira, some might say 5 naira. But what that man is saying that you have to return it back. That is when we now discharge you, your marriage, not the registry.
But when it now becomes a legal issue, which one is more superior?
That is what the court asked that the free. So go and pay back the dowry. They will ask him in the court whether he likes it or not. Is that dowry?
So is the dowry that the man is
you have to
asking
pay
for? The 5 million is actually for the dowry, kind of. Is that what
And
you are
I don't
saying?
I don't know whether the 5 million is for the dowry, but they ask him to pay. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he has to return the dowry. The man that called has explained everything. I'm from Yoruba, and let me tell you, I just made call today. Even I have issue back home. I made call back home, and the same thing was trying to unite husband and wife. So I will now tell this, okay, if you are not married, are you going to return the dowry? And he said, yes. So it's not something that we need to be beating the bush, whether Yoruba, whether Igbo. The moment the tradition is the dowry you pay. That's the essence of it. The tradition is the dowry. It's not for anything. Then when you pay the dowry,
why should it be the man that will return the dowry?
Wedding, if you like, you do church wedding.
Woman that would, the man that will return the dowry, and not the man. I mean, and not the family. The family.
If the man, definitely, if the man is not married, if they divorce, is just understand is because that the freeze is a figure. That is why I think that is why they
made a noise.
If it is just ordinary, we see people divorce without asking dowry. They will go on their parties because that the freeze. Maybe that's why they are holding his leg. Otherwise, if it is simple, this thing, they will have just, two of them will have just parted their ways and go. Maybe because that the freeze is a
public
figure. Big fish. Your mightiness to take my wife and think I will just be looking like that. I think that is what the man was. That is why the man was so furious that you have to pay my dowry back. Thank you.
So, I will try and see if we can get that the lawyer they are talking about. Somebody is trying to recommend. Hello, you are on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to talk regarding what the elderly man just said now. About court marriage.
Are you a lawyer?
Any other marriage. Court marriage.
That is
the legal marriage we are talking about. The tradition is meant for us. And the tradition is being decided by the elders in the house, by the command, the culture. But when you talk of the legal aspect of it, it has the supremacy every other law. Is ahead of any marriage. Any marriage. That is, you are taking it to the law. The law decided. You understand what I mean? What you do in your house and between the elders and what you do with the government, you can weigh it and say the one that is senior. The legal aspect is the one that supersedes every other marriage. So we won't mislead every other person thinking like Mohbad's case now. Because the court marriage was not done, that was why Wunmi is still being subjected to culture. That is why Aloba is still having a hair ahead over Wunmi. I did think there was a court marriage, by now Aloba would have answered up. I am telling you. So, yeah, don't let us mislead anybody. You know, people don't really understand what is going on. Like that man was just saying now that any marriage, no, they don't understand it.
So that means the lawyer that called in was actually right. Who was knocking the door?
Wunmi was legally married. By now, Aloba would have been shut up. I'm telling you the fact.
Okay, that was what that lawyer that called in said.
Yeah, something that is being sorted in your house within the elders, you can say it amicably. But when
it comes to the courts, The court determines.
If there's no divorce, there shouldn't be any relationship. And that's what happened to Daddy Freeze now. But he's trying to maybe it was a kangaroo injunction.
Kai.
It was behind him. He was not summoned. Maybe they were looking, maybe they dropped it somewhere. You know, there's a way to dodge law.
Or they just put it and snap it and go and lie.
He knows very well, you understand? But you know, there's a way to dodge law. So there is a loophole for Daddy Freeze that is trying to dodge. You understand what I mean? He knows what he's doing. That is what he's claiming now. And when they get to Supreme Court, everything will be higher. So he knows what he has. He knows what he has at hand to use as an escape route. We don't know, but he knows. You get to my point. He knows. You know what he's holding on to. But it's not that he wasn't aware that case was going on. No. It was a fine of an adultery. Because without divorce, if I ask for divorce, if you say you are not ready for divorce, there's nothing anybody can do until we come to an agreement of a divorce. Are you getting my point?
Yes,
until we come to an agreement of a divorce. That will involve everything we have worked for together. Even what was worked before the marriage will be considered. So legal marriage is not what people don't really understand much about it.
If somebody has not gone through,
how many people go to court for it?
That's what I want to say. If they have not gone through it, they might not know. Like me now, I don't know much about divorce procedure and wahala.
People go to court regarding all these issues.
I just thought Kalogba divorce Onikaluku ma lo.
Some people will say, I can't go and claim my husband's property after death because the family will get me mad. The family can witchcraft me. The family can, you understand? That's what I mean. The fear of unknown. But when you step forward and fight for it, you get all that belongs to you. But in our traditional belief, okay, go ahead and do it. That is if you have the life, if you can live after that property. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah, the family will be like, okay, go ahead and get it. That is if you have the life to enjoy that property. That is another way of our own culture.
Thank you.
And that is why you see many people don't want problem. They just hands off and go peacefully. It's not that they can't claim it. So, but Daddy Freeze might have gotten a loophole. It's not that Daddy Freeze wasn't aware, but he has a loophole that he wants to appeal with in court of law. They are both fighting. So you don't really know what I have against you. I don't know what you have
against me.
So lower court, after lower court, Supreme Court will be the head. So that lawyer has spoken, but many people were not aware of it. Many people were not aware of it. How many people go to court? Is it easy to go to court? To file a case is not money, it's not 1 naira, it's not 2 naira.
Our land is very expensive.
Yeah, so that is why how many people go to court? That's why you don't see often cases like that. But it's better we teach the right thing so that we won't get people misled and people will be thinking with traditional marriage, I'm okay. No. Even if you don't do traditional marriage, just go and do court. You have the whole power. Nobody can stop you. That is it, ma.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. Yeah. So I will still see if I can bring the lawyer there. Somebody is telling me. So my darling sister, I will still want. Let me call this last person and we'll end it now. I will still. So the most important now is that they said for women, court marriage is better for you. But if there is going to be divorce, you still have to be careful. Yes, I'm calling you back because your number couldn't come through.
Oh, that's okay. I think that sums it up. I wanted to sorry. People that already spoken earlier, they already summed it up.
Especially with this last caller too. Traditional anti-sorty.
I think according to law, I think the court marriage supersedes everything. That is my own point. I suppose in regards to traditional law, like somebody said, I think it was Ifeoma James on your chat. She mentioned that if in Nigeria you go to customary court, as in you did traditional wedding prior to court wedding, that traditional law, traditional court supersedes the
legal law, legal.
No. The legal supersede the tradition.
What's that?
The legal supersede the tradition. That's what they said.
That's what they said. But I think Ifeoma James, or Ifeoma James or John Sully on your chat was trying to explain to everyone that I think if you actually
probably in Igbo land, right?
Like if you go to customary court, because there's customary court in Nigeria.
Yes, there's customary court.
There's nothing like that in North America or in
it's
Europe.
Because of the kind of marriages we have back home. We have the traditional and we have the white wedding.
It's only back. That's what I'm
and there's still church.
It's only back home. Yeah. So I think, and that.
But you know, most even if it is back home, sis.
Messed up. I mean, sorry, man. He knows where he messed up. He know where what he has done that he has wronged. And I meant not that way. I meant like the process that he's supposed to go through that he actually did not go through it before. That is why the guy actually got him to sue him for that kind of money. And and I think paying that money means he's guilty of it. So he's trying not to pay it because paying that money means he's guilty of bigamy. Or whatever thing we're doing, whatever.
You know
like
what?
Marrying somebody.
Some of our people will still go back home to get married traditionally before they do the legal one too. Shemosha. So we have to look at both.
Yeah, but not everybody, Auntie. Not everybody do that though.
Most people do. Maybe older people.
People just, they carry the guy to court. They just get court marriage and, they just move on. I think it's mostly ego people. Or the people that
Yoruba no share. We see them on social media now. Yoruba too do. They do go back home, do traditional then. Some may not go for the registry, but they will still go for registry.
Right. Yeah, some will go for registry, but most of the time, they are already married here. So if you actually
tradition
critically, they're already married here legally.
Then they will still go and see the parents.
Before they now go back home and say, okay, let's go and do it. Just for the parents.
The traditional rights,
but
like
the women are so smart now. They will do the court marriage here first, drag you to court first, and then they will now take you to Nigeria to go and do traditional marriage.
Why, if I may ask?
Because the legal marriage supersedes the traditional marriage in terms of assets. Let's say here now, all my assets here, like I have with my husband, if anything happens, with the traditional marriage is not going to find it for me. It's not going to share it for me. Legal marriage will share it equally for me if I don't have a prenup, right?
Yeah,
if I don't have a prenup, it will share it equally for me. It won't cause any problem. One is already going on here right now. They did not do any marriage here. They came from Nigeria and they divorced now. It's even dirtier than the freeze zone. It's dirtier. The guy is going for the jugular.
Wow.
So I mean.
But this Daddy Freeze case is actually about the wife getting pregnant before the divorce was over. I think this is the bone of the real issue with his own case.
Yeah, and that is the thing, because as long as the first marriage that
has not been dissolved,
it was the legal marriage that she had, and sleeping with another guy
and getting pregnant too.
It's considered adultery. If you are doing it because Daddy Freeze is a public figure, of course everybody will know taste bud. If Daddy Freeze is a nobody will know.
Yes.
People do it now. My brother married in court, and everybody have already been married, and now everybody is doing whatever, and the divorce is not even started yet. So who knows who? They don't know them. But if it's somebody that is like
a known face.
Have money. Everybody wants to go for the jugular for the money, right? So it's all about the money. It's all about the money.
But the guy is not really fighting for the money now because everything has been given to the man. But the freeze divorce. That's what is going on.
Rightfully so, Auntie. Rightfully so. It's on
so
the side. Anything
we digress. What I was actually interested.
Paint him dirty. Anything to make him look bad to people, he would do. Anybody would do it. It's divorce. Divorce is not anything fine. It's not anything that anybody would laugh about. Divorce is always dirty. It's just that us Nigerians, we always attach so much emotions. Divorce is not supposed to be something amicable. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. So if he's going for that, the freeze that is maligning his name or saying all this sort of things, never actually so, legally that the priest is sleeping with a married woman because the woman
technically that is what it means.
Sleeping together.
Money technically that is what it means, baby, because one take part divorce so people to buy ìyàwó níyàwó soon ni.
Exactly, auntie. And you know, people are saying, "Oh, 5 years, blah blah blah." We have divorce over here, and only 5-6 years. Elomi ma mú kúrò níbí a lọ sí province mi or state mi. Torí kó ba lè báyọ̀ sùn confidently.
Okay.
I move lọ, ẹ máa gbọ́ tó máa ti divorce yẹn. Sorry, tó máa ti separate.
Yeah.
Grant on separation. Ẹ máa rí pé kan nínú wọn máa move.
To another state.
Ìkan ni wọ́n máa move lọ sí state mi. Kán bá lè bára wọn sùn conveniently.
So that there won't be issues from that.
You know, I mean, we can't overlook that.
Yeah, maybe what Daddy Free should have done is to keep it secret until the divorce is over.
To keep it secret, yeah, yes. It's just to respect the other person.
I think this is where we need to really emphasize on.
In Lagos State, even though we are separated, that's an insult on me, regardless of I'm a lesbian or I'm gay. So what? Nigeria is emotions. I'm gonna attack emotions. Let's be factual here. Let's be reasonable here. Let's
not deceive ourselves. Only Basun, but they shouldn't have made it open until the divorce is over.
No,
knowing
they shouldn't,
there is a law.
That the priest man should be
probably he felt it was something they could do and get away with. You then you see problem.
100.
Chatting bomb missing. Can you hear me now? No, lórí Facebook or YouTube. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Àwọn tó lọ ń pè sí line yẹn ni, and I don't know why. So they are calling me on that line. Okay, you can hear now. Good. Ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ yín lọ.
Yes. Customary court does not really favor women like that. It subjects women under the rulership of the family.
That is like for customary, right?
Egbiorun's case. let me just cite Egbiorun's. I will go to the social media cases now. Like Egbiorun's case. I did it, there was no legal backup. The family will have upper hand.
Yes.
But because of the law, inside the fact,
Sorry,
there was no drafted will.
Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí o? Kó tiẹ̀ má lọ síbi tí ò yẹ kó gbé kó lọ open
If there was a video in respect of that, it will be it is tenable, and that will be followed accordingly.
Yeah.
But because it was not drafted and it was not registered and there was no authenticated stamp to authenticate it, that it was a valid will. And that is why she's losing 10% to the government. The government will possess 10% of
that's to
all
the probate, right?
Because there was no
will.
There was no authenticated will.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
A lot of things. So customary court does not really favor women. It's only a below the final say. Are you getting it, ma? It's just like, okay, mediation. They will say, okay, go to the head of the family. The head of the family has.
And I know that somebody just pointed something very important, that men can get married to uncountable women under customary law, which is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is allowed.
It's allowed.
And that is why the head of the family, that is why it is sentimental. That is why if you have done customary court, don't think you have done anything.
You are the only wife. Your husband can decide to marry more wives, and there's nothing you can do.
You have not done anything reasonable.
Yeah.
They are only doing it because, okay, people will like mock us that, oh, like in our own culture, they will value us. That's why we are doing it.
Yeah.
But the court is the height of it. With the court, nobody except the two people in that relationship and the government. They are the three people in the relationship. Nobody has to say.
No family has a say in that.
If there was nobody. So if there's so many things to consider, but Daddy Freeze knows what he's talking about. You know, Daddy Freeze too is a criminal. And Daddy Freeze, you know, he is a criminal. Yeah, anything about law, you have to be smart. You know what he's saying. You know, he kept on saying 12 years. He kept on saying 12 years.
Thank you.
He knows what he's saying.
Yes.
That 12 years, there is a case under this 12 years.
Yes.
You must be able to prove.
There was a case going on under the 12 years.
How old is the child in the marriage? So
and the marriage,
so we cannot just punch. Does somebody pay punch to pay? I'm not Daddy Freeze's friend, but I'm just saying it because this thing is a very vital thing that we have to really know, especially we women. That is the only weapon we have. So we shouldn't be misleading. We shouldn't be misled on it. We should know how powerful that
the child is 10 now.
Any traditional marriage, if you have not gone to court, you have nothing. You have nothing. You are just like any other person.
Somebody said the child the lady has for Daddy Freeze is 10 years old now. Does it mean she became pregnant immediately or what?
Against the man. We don't really know what the lady has against the man. Okay, let me say.
No, they've told us what the man did. Somebody who knows very well about the story called in and said, number one, the man was agege. The man was abusing the woman.
It is what is visible that people can say. But when it comes to poverty, it is you can only say what you are aware of. If I am fornicated, I will come and tell you the truth. If they have caught me in somebody's matrimonial bed, I will come and tell you the truth. But if there was a proof, if there was a picture in respect of that, will I come and tell you the truth?
You are right. You are right.
I'm not tell you the truth. Look at that one in this case. How many days, how many months marriage? But that marriage, there is a case there.
Which one?
Because there is differences now. There is religious case there.
Which one, sis?
I missed that. Religious differences now. Because Muidi was married as a Christian. And the lady married him as a Christian. Now Muidi has gone to be a Muslim. The lady is not ready to be a Muslim. And Muidi abandoned their matrimonial home. Abandoned that marriage.
Sister, let's leave that one. Let's stay on this Daddy Freezer as a case study that we are talking about.
I'm just citing examples. So Daddy Freeze knows what he's talking about. He has a lot of things. They have a lot of things. But the only thing is that all the assets that the lady is supposed to share with the man, it has gone because she didn't wait. That one, she can't get anything again. She can't get anything again. But they must establish the separation and the cause for the separation. With proof. It's not by mouth, with proof.
With proof. This is really very interesting.
Mouth. It
and
is
educative.
That holds the case that has the proof. All right, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah, at this point, I think I want us to stop. I will try and get okay, somebody has been calling on this number. I will try and get that lawyer. They say he's very vast in this thing. I want somebody that is very, very vast to come and speak to us. Oh yeah, I'm calling you back. Oh. There is something. Hello, sis. Ever me by the other phone. I'm listening to myself.
Oh yeah, I'm calling you back. Oh. I think there is something. Hello. Ever me by the other phone. I'm listening to myself.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. I'm just calling because I kept typing, but I don't know if you see it.
Yes, but I was on show when you were calling.
Talking about the traditional, because a lot of people that were talking, they were saying something about traditional is nothing compared
to court marriage. Yeah.
Right? And I know a couple, right? They got married here in United States. They had traditional wedding and they had a white wedding. So the wife decided to cheat. So when the husband found out, he went back to the wife's parents and reported the wife for the fact that their culture is Igbo, right? They sat him down, and they sat both of them down, and she said she doesn't want him anymore, that she found another person. So they decided to give him back the bride price, so their wife and their daughter can be free. So the way everybody is talking about the culture thing is now right or something, I don't believe that. I'm not Igbo, but I hang out with a lot of Igbo, and I know that's the way their culture is.
No, a lot of Igbos have called in to say that is how it is, that you have to return the bride price. That is very compulsory. Yeah.
And they have to return that bride price. So the thing that I don't understand is they saying that the free need to return it.
Somebody says the white wedding, church or court. The white wedding is court wedding. Court wedding.
What is it?
White wedding is church wedding is different. Court wedding is different. Ejo, somebody that knows better, or we check it on Google. Court wedding is white wedding, I guess.
They did both. They did the court wedding, and they did that. Even though they're in the process of divorcing,
in the court,
family, they said in their culture, they need to return the money to that guy.
Wow. It's a painful one, oh. Something that started beautifully and you get to that stage, you are returning something back, they're asking for something back. Sis. Hello?
What did you say?
I said it's a painful procedure to two people that have loved themselves to get to that extent whereby they are returning things and like, I don't want you anymore. I said divorce is not something beautiful. There's nothing beautiful about it.
But that I'm just thinking, I don't know about Yoruba. I think Yoruba culture, everybody just go on their own. But
some. I think some. No, I don't think it's all Yoruba. Do you know one thing? Most Yoruba don't collect money, remember?
They don't.
Apart from you bring the yam, you bring the basket, you bring this one. You know. They don't, if they're going to collect only anybody 2,000, 1,000 naira. Is that what you want to ask back?
They always collect something. Even if the wife is going through stuff, they have to sit those elders back, all their
Okay, white
glory
wedding is
back.
church marriage. Court is
They
legal.
sit
Okay.
down and say, this is what they're going through, this is this, and this is that.
Thank you, sis. Eshe?
Thank you.
So I hope you guys have been able to learn one or two things. Nobody prays for it. Nobody wants to find themselves in it. Now, the most important that got us to this stage was whereby we found out that if you get to a certain stage, you are separating from your partner. Even if you have to kerewa, don't kerewa publicly so that it won't cost you, especially if you have done a lot of things together. Now, that lady, the year spent together with this man, she lost everything to the guy because it was established that she was having something to do with another man. Nobody is looking at the abuse, the pains, that the man is this, the man is that, even though somebody said we should not take everything they are saying about the ex and believe everything. And it is true. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa rojọ́ against her. Nobody will speak against themselves. Okay, so whatever transpired between them, both of them know. Even that the freeze may not know everything, both of them know, and it's not working. They have to go away. But probably she was not patient enough, patient enough for the divorce to go through, and she did something that boomerang. I won't say boomerang. She got pregnant, and probably the guy got to know, and the guy was like, oh, any man would have thought, are you having this person before you start married, before the marriage got to this stage, before we got separated? So for a man, for a woman, both of you will lose if you are not careful. Somebody cited example of, if something like that is happening, especially here in US, that some people have to go to another state to continue their lives so that the other party will not know and use it against them. That is the most important that we are getting in this story, that I want you to hold. It won't happen to you, but nobody wishes it. It's just prayers are wishes, like I always say. Nobody wants it. Nobody prays for it. Nobody will ever dream it, but it sure happens. So just be careful out there. And probably you are in their shoes now. You just have to be very careful too. This is what has gotten that the freeze to this state. Remember, it's in Nigeria. They can manipulate law. They can go back and forth. But I don't know how much divorce issues are being handled in that country. But here, the law stands. It is you and the law. It is not as if there is anybody to manipulate or nobody to talk to. It is you against the law and the evidence your spouse will have against you. The evidence your spouse will compile against you. At the end of the day, what you have worked for will now be to another person. What you have worked for, that you are supposed to probably divide 50-50 or 60-40 or 70-30, will end up to your partner, and you will be left alone because they will look at it that you actually caused damages, mental breakdown, whatever your partner wants to claim, and claim it on you, that your action caused them some mental distress. Okay, this is for here. Yeah, and I'm sure even back home, if the woman, I've seen a woman that fought a case and won everything against the husband. With the way we think that Nigeria don't work, when you have good lawyer, they will fight the case for you. I saw a case of a woman, but I don't know much about the process. The only thing I know was that she was able to win the husband, and they awarded her the children and property. And the money, they slashed the money the man has for the woman. So just be careful out there. If you look at it, the lady made a mistake, truly. Yes, like that caller said, that we are saying it's just 12 years, it's just 12 years. Within that 12 years, a lot of things transpired. That the priest is just shouting, since 12 years ago, you cannot leave this woman. What do you want again? Oluwakayode, you just heard me say, we think that laws don't work, but there are people, if you have good lawyer, they will work for you. You just heard me say it now. But are we going to deny the fact that some people manipulate and pay people to work for them? It's the truth. You know me, I don't shy from the truth. We want the best from that country. Talk like this might make them to start changing. Let us not cover things now. Let's not cover things and pretend everything is okay. If they are hearing us talking, they will be changing. Social media is doing a lot to make them change their ways gradually. So you want to leave a man, you want to leave a woman, you know, use sense, and I do court marriage. They say if na traditional marriage, customer marriage, you can marry many wives, you are not considered to do adultery. But once you don't go sign that dotted line of court marriage, me I no kuku know all these things before. I don't know. I just know that court marriage, or you would, when anything is going to happen, you will not lose out. I never knew that if the man go commit adultery, you can fight the man for it and win the case. The same thing goes for a man too. If the woman, you catch the woman, whatever, even as she gets money past you, you can win the case. Na him be say once you have signed that dotted line, be careful. Kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. You have gone to say I do in the court of law. Law is law. Family is family. Family is different. Law is law. So let's put that at the back of our mind and let us watch as the scenario is playing out. Daddy Freeze is fighting Punch. I think Punch does not really have much blame in this case. Punch got hold of the story. All he needed to do, we can't go on with his story. You can go and watch the rest on his page. All he needed to do was to forward the Supreme Court documents to Punch and say, Punch, why did you bring out this story? This is the update. This is the latest update. Please put it out there. Instead of him getting upset about the bottom line is, if we look at it technically, the bottom line is you do kerewa with another woman, husband, wife, before you divorce. They never divorce. So it is technically true that you committed adultery. He's trying to run away from the truth. He's trying to deny it, that the woman is not living with him again. They are separated. They are this. But they are not divorced. So technically, you knock another woman, man, husband, abi wife, uni. You knock him. Something you're supposed to knock in secret. You knock him, he sweet you. You put him out. Now because the woman something sweet, now it make you put him out. The thing don't enter your head. You don't even try to tidy up things. As learned as you are, and you don't care anymore. Waiting one shell. This one, I mean, go carry this one finish, which is allowed. And honestly, I love your marriage. I love your union. I love the fact that the lady is able to build her life back with you. Some other women will not be able to build their life and that will be their end. She was lucky to find another man in you. You are lucky to find a woman in her. And both of you today, we can see that you are happy. You are happy and that is beautiful. But wisdom is profitable, is what we are saying for others to learn from this. We are not mocking you. Nobody, we are not berating your pains or your struggles. No, I'm the last person that will do that. Even if I laugh, I'm not berating your struggles. I know anybody can be in your shoes. Anybody can make a mistake. Probably you didn't know then until you got into it too. So we are just using you as a case studies for others to learn and not fall into this kind of a thing. So on this note, you will really excuse me. We have tried today. I'm not sure of tomorrow. Something made me not to go to work again, so it's okay. And I say let us do this. Somebody said if they have been separated for at least 2 years, either party can date. They said the child is 10 years old. The child that she has for Daddy Freeze is 10 years old. So kó tó pé 10 years, ó dẹ̀ ń pariwo 12. That means they started seeing, I don't know where. That has to be established, except the man has an evidence of when they started seeing each other. And trust me, ọkùnrin tó bá fìyàn sílẹ̀, àbóbìnrin tó bá fìyàn sílẹ̀, the party that is not happy will monitor you. For real, for real. They will monitor you. They want to know what you are doing. Some will stalk you. So Daddy Freeze may not even know what that I should not go. What the man has against the wife. He may not know, but I think the divorce is completed. He's just suing Daddy Freeze for damages. That is what is going on. The divorce is being completed. What the man is suing for is damages on Daddy Freeze. Now, he has left the wife for Daddy Freeze, but he wants to make Daddy Freeze to pay, or he wants to rubbish him. So let us not take this thing as a big deal. At the end of the day, because ló máa já sí. One thing ni wípé the guy cannot have the wife again. Sọ pé ó ti lọ, òun níyàwó yẹn. Sọ pé ó ti lọ, and this is a big lesson for a man, for a woman. If you have a good partner, cherish them. What you think is not useful, somebody else will pick it and will appreciate it. Ọkùnrin yẹn kò appreciate ìyàwó ẹ̀. Ìyàwó Daddy Freeze náà kò appreciate ọkọ. And àwọn tó dẹ̀ ní dára wọn, they get each other. So kó gbójú, kó ṣe kí ni, gbójú, sọ pé ó ti lọ lélẹ́yìí. e don go and tó bá wùn kó gba damages tí Supreme Court bá award dem damages problem ti wọn nìyẹn. But one thing is that Daddy Freeze no go leave the wife. You can see both of them very happy. Yeah, you can see them very happy. For the fact that one relationship end does not mean one's life should end. For the fact that one doesn't appreciate one does not mean another person can not come and appreciate you. One man's meat is another man's poison. One man's struggle is another man ìgbádùn. Bó ṣe wà nìyẹn. One man's ìdọ̀tí is another man's clean. Is another man's gold. If you don't appreciate what you have, somebody else will pick it and nurture it, and you will see it, and you will know that you have lost something. So when the case man nìyẹn, so kó gbójú, 12 years is enough. Tó bá jẹ́ni tó lójú tì ni, this is 12 years. What is he fighting for? What is he fighting for? Ṣé kò tí ì rí ìyàwó mi ni? Because if he's happy, he won't bother about the lady anymore. If he's happy in his life, he's not supposed to be bothered about that lady, wherever she is. Because already, ìwọ ló maltreat, you are the one, according to what we had, that is the one maltreating the lady, blah, 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 but we can't say what is really the truth. But one thing is, either you maltreat or you don't maltreat. Once somebody tell you they are done with you, and you try your best in a little way, they are not coming back. Let them go. Let them go for the peace of your mind, for the peace of yourself, your health, and everything. You can't be fighting this kind of fight and have peace. Like a lot of people have said, divorce is not something you joke with. It's not something that will not affect you mentally and emotionally and disturb you and mess up some things for you. So if you can go peacefully, let everybody go peacefully. But if you have property to take together, go to court. So thank you, every one of you. God bless you. Thanks for joining me. I hope I will try and get Auntie Lee Joker. Please, I need you to get across to me. I don't know if I save your number. I will look at it, but in case, please get across to me. Then this guy, me go from today is 12th, right? This guy was supposed to go to court today. I've not heard from him. He spoke with me yesterday. I saw his message this morning. Mude send message could deliver. So I don't know what is going on. Unfortunately, I will have to confess this. I forgot to collect his mother's number, but I will try and get it. So whatever they say about him, I will let you know. That is Adewale Ajimisogbe. They went to court today. Today is 12th, and I've not heard from him. I spoke with him 2 days ago. Then yesterday I saw his message and I responded. But this morning, I left a message for him. This morning I saw his response that he's already in the court. It was midnight here. So when I woke up, I tried to reply. I tried to call. His number was not going through. I hope they have not locked him up again. But whatever it is, apologize. Ṣé ti update ẹ ní mi ò rí. Apologize. Send the apology yẹn sí mi tó send sí lawyer one and all the rest. But me ò more details. So I will give you the feedback tomorrow. Even if I'm going to come out very briefly, I will give it to you. Thank you, everyone. Do have a good night. Can rest well. It's weekend. Go and do weekend something. You understand? Love you.